My name is Wen Ming, and I used to be an ordinary office worker on Earth. For a promotion, I did everything my boss told me to do. I worked so much overtime that I literally died at my computer. And after all that, my useless boss was still never satisfied. Right before I died, one thought ran through my mind. What was the point of my life? If I ever get another chance, I'll never work for anyone again. Maybe God really heard me, because I reincarnated as the young master of the Northern Marquis household. I thought, this life is going to be amazing. I'm the Marquis' son, I can do whatever I want. But reality smacked me in the face fast. The Marquis' father I was so proud of, turned out to be a complete scumbag. By order of the Emperor, he took my mother, the maids, and all the wealth, then vanished. I was left alone, broke, and with no direction. I had so many dreams for my second life, but my father ruined every single one of them. Still, a small ray of hope appeared. Despite being garbage, my father was a warlord, and the Emperor rewarded him with an imperial marriage contract. According to it, my fiancée was none other than the future Empress, Wu Jia. While other kids spent their days studying or practicing martial arts, I spent all my time trying to impress Wu Jia. Her likes became my likes. Even if it meant sitting through her painfully boring chess games, or getting beaten up by her training sessions, I endured everything with a smile. And what did I end up with? Today, I sit in front of the full court, holding the Empress's feet in my hands. As long as I'm beside her beautiful feet, I think, I don't have to worry about anything. She's the Empress, money's not an issue, and she's the youngest, strongest Empress in the world. But wherever there's happiness, there are people jealous of it. The ministers absolutely hate me. They can't stand that I'm holding the Empress's feet right in court. Every day they try to convince Wu Jia to break our engagement. But what they don't know is that the grip I have on Wu Jia's heart is stronger than superglue. And dealing with these old geezers, I'm more than enough for that. A minister slammed the table and shouted, "Your Majesty, how can Wen Ming behave like this? He's holding your feet in the middle of court. How can we discuss national matters with him sitting there like that? We advise you to break the engagement." Wen Ming muttered, "All these old fossils are just jealous. You think I got this life for free? You never saw my hard work." Aloud he said, "If anyone dares disturb my comfortable life, I'll cut them down without a second thought. And remember, my fiancée is the Empress. If I give her a foot massage to relax her, what's the problem?" Wu Jia finally said, "Enough, Wen Ming. You don't have to massage me. I've told you many times, I'm the Empress now. Our childhood days are over." Wen Ming replied, "All right, I'll stop." But inside he thought, these ministers actually succeeded, damn them. A minister screamed, "Your Majesty, this insolent brat has crossed all limits. By touching your sacred body like this, he's disrespecting the throne." Wen Ming shouted back, "And you, with your disgusting voice, are hurting my ears. Do you even know how much trouble your ugly face causes Wu Jia? You worthless old man, you do nothing except annoy us every morning. Test my patience again, and you won't live to regret it." The minister shrieked, "Threatening a high-ranking official is a grave crime. Your Majesty, punish him." Wen Ming yelled, "Old man, do you even know who my father is? All your achievements combined are nothing compared to his. He's a war hero, and you dare insult his son? You're the real criminal here." Suddenly, Wu Jia released her aura, and the entire hall fell silent. "Enough. Every day I call you all here to discuss national matters, and every day you waste the first hour arguing like children. Wen Ming may be young, but you ministers should know how to behave." The terrified ministers knelt immediately. "Your Majesty, we were wrong. Please forgive us." Wen Ming smirked, "See, that's what happens when you pick a fight with me. My wife won't tolerate anyone bad-mouthing me. You're forgiven only because you knelt. Next time, I'll have your heads chopped off." The ministers gritted their teeth. One of them thought, "This brat humiliates us every day. The moment I get a chance, I'll make him pay." Wen Ming, noticing his expression, thought, "I know exactly what you're thinking, old man. But in just 1 year, Wu Jia and I will be married. I won't just be her fiancé. I'll become the great emperor. Then I'll show you what real revenge looks like. If you don't polish my boots every morning, my name isn't Wen Ming." Wu Jia said, "And Wen Ming, we're only engaged right now. Why are you calling me your wife in front of everyone?" He replied, "Fine, fine, let's talk about serious matters then." Wen Ming thought, "For now, I'll listen to Wu Jia. She's a 9th-level martial artist. Fighting her would end badly for me. But after marriage, I'll be the family head, and by the rules she'll have to listen to me." Wu Jia said, "What are you mumbling about?" Wen Ming replied, "Nothing. I was just thinking about making you feel good." Wu Jia answered, "No, not right now. I need to talk about national affairs. Ministers, earlier you mentioned something is happening in the Northern Reserve. What exactly is going on there? A minister stepped forward and said, a report came from the north. A massive force of barbarians has launched an attack on our border. Since your majesty has only recently become empress, they wish to cause trouble for you. When Ming immediately jumped in, your majesty, don't stress about it at all. If the south, east, or west were attacked, then it would be worrying. But the north? My father is there, an invincible warrior. He'll slice those barbarians like chopped vegetables. As long as my father stands at the border, no one has the guts to cross it. Wu Jia thought, even if Wen Ming is a bit of an idiot, his father, the northern Marquis, truly is a powerful warrior. There are very few people in this world who can rival him in strength. Just then, a girl came running in. Your Majesty, a very important update has arrived. Things in the northern region are not good at all. This girl was Zhu Yi, the Grand Marshal of the Martial Empire. Excited, Wen Ming said, let me guess, the barbarians brought a huge army to attack, but the moment they saw my father standing in the battlefield, they wet their pants and ran away, right? Total chaos, right? I knew it. My father isn't like these useless ministers who sit in court blabbering all day. He stays at the border and protects the country. These ministers should learn from him what a real official looks like. Wu Jia interrupted, just tell us the report. Wen Ming added loudly, speak up. Everyone should know what great things my father has done. He's not some ordinary official. Whatever he does is always monumental. Zhu Yi said, an urgent message arrived from the northern frontier. 200,000 barbarians attacked the northern territory. At noon, our Grand Master Wen Tian went to fight them, but as the battle dragged on into the night, the Grand Master fell to his knees and surrendered. He betrayed our country and joined the barbarians. Wen Ming froze, shocked. What? Say that again. Zhu Yi grabbed him and said, he committed treason. Your Majesty, please decide what should be done with the traitor's son. Wen Ming struggled, let me go. There must be some mistake. Someone must be framing my father. It's impossible, my father would never betray the country. The same minister from earlier stepped forward smugly. Oh, he definitely betrayed us. You were right to compare your father to us. He's indeed extraordinary. In fact, we ministers suspected the Grand Marshal for a long time. Another added, in fact, Wen Ming himself is probably a spy sent by the enemy. We cannot punish his father, but we can certainly punish him. The other ministers joined in immediately, yes. Executing him will send a clear message. No one will dare deceive us again. Some even suggested, let's deep fry him in boiling oil. That will set the perfect example. Wen Ming thought, these filthy old men, how can they turn on a Grand Marshal's son like this? If my father really had planned treason, he should have told me. My peaceful life hasn't even started, and everything is ruined. If I don't act, they'll chop me up like a radish. I refuse to die again like I did in my last life. He shouted, Your Majesty, I'm your childhood friend. At least give me one chance to find out the truth. I don't know why my father did this, or what the real reasons are, but I will uncover everything. Don't you trust your childhood friend enough to give him a chance? Wu Jia suddenly remembered all their childhood memories. She said softly, I cannot kill you. All the ministers yelled, Your Majesty, what are you doing? If you spare a traitor's son, other traitors will think they can get away with anything. He must be punished severely so everyone remembers. Wu Jia commanded, everyone shut your mouth. I said I won't kill Wen Ming, but I never said he would be spared. Wen Ming nodded, I'm ready to accept any punishment. He thought, what's the worst they can do? Strip me of my status? At least I'll be alive. But Wu Jia declared, Zhu Yi, throw Wen Ming into the dungeon, and cut off his little bird. From today, Wen Ming will live inside the palace as a eunuch. Wen Ming's eyes widened. Little bird? Does that mean? Your Majesty, you can't do that. Later, Wu Jia returned home. She bathed while thinking about the day's events. She thought, even knowing the barbarians attacked the northern pass, and the northern Marquis supposedly betrayed us, it still doesn't add up. If he wanted to betray us, he would have first taken his only son away. A man who spent his whole life fighting for our country, how could he suddenly betray us? Wen Ming's reaction was genuine. He was more shocked than anyone. Something is wrong. Things look simple, but they're not. She was interrupted as another girl entered. What happened? Why is our empress so troubled? Missing your best friend? This girl was Wu Jia's best friend, Tao Sisi, a 6th-rank martial artist. Wu Jia snapped. What are you doing? Move aside. So many days have passed, and yet your dirty habit still hasn't changed. Tao Sisi laughed. I can't help it. Your figure is just too perfect. After finishing their bath, both came out. Wu Jia asked, you were supposed to be training in the mountains, right? And you still had a long time left before completing your studies. So how did your master release you so early? Tao Cece replied proudly, "Sister, you underestimate me. My master's skills were easy, so I learned everything long ago. But even then, my master kept calling me an idiot. That's why she finally kicked me out of the mountain." Wu Jia said dryly, "She was absolutely right about you." Tao Cece continued, "Master sent me here for a reason, to help you manage the empire. An emperor faces countless challenges. They need loyal people around them. And I, Tao Cece of the 8 Trigram sect, swear I'll always stay loyal to you." Wu Jia replied, "No need for all that. I called you because I need to discuss something important." Excited, Tao Cece leaned forward, Yes, tell me everything." Wu Jia sighed, "I'm extremely troubled. My heart says one thing, my mind says another. This problem isn't mine, it's about a friend. One senior once helped her family a lot. Because of that, her father promised that she would marry that senior's son. They've known each other for over a decade, childhood sweethearts. The fiancé always put my friend above himself. He even adopted my friend's preferences as his own. But now, right when their wedding is near, they've learned that the senior, the one who helped their family, is a traitor. Now she doesn't know how to look at her fiancé. Is he still the person who loved her all his life? Or is he the son of a traitor who might betray her in the future?" Tao Cece interrupted, "Wait, why didn't I know about this friend of yours? And honestly, your friend is an idiot. Who gets stressed over something so simple?" Annoyed, Wu Jia snapped, "Then you tell me, what should she do?" Tao Cece proudly explained, "My master always said, a man can control his words, but not his body. The man who can control his body is truly trustworthy. If your friend sends someone trustworthy to test the fiancé, everything will be clear. If he stays loyal, he'll never betray her. If he falls for another woman's trap, he'll definitely betray her in the future." After thinking, Wu Jia said, "All right, I've made my decision." Shocked, Cece asked, "What decision?" Wu Jia replied coldly, "You will be the one to test my fiancé." "What?" Cece exploded. "What are you saying?" Scene shifts to the execution chamber. A man holding a knife stood over Wen Ming, who was trembling. The man said, "Young Marquis, are you ready?" Terrified, Wen Ming cried, "No, I'm not ready at all. Uncle, you've known me since childhood. You know I'm not a traitor. That minister ordered this just to fool others. You don't actually need to do this." The uncle stuffed cloth into Wen Ming's mouth and said, "These hands have chopped off many little birds. Everyone knows your father betrayed the country. Since we can't punish him, we'll punish you by cutting off your bird. Don't worry, I have 20 years of experience. I'll slice it so cleanly you won't even feel it." Wen Ming thought in horror, "Why is this happening? What is life even worth without my bird? And why does this creep look so excited?" Suddenly, Tao Cece kicked down the door. She shouted, "I have the imperial decree. You are not allowed to cut Wen Ming's bird." Wen Ming cried tears of joy internally. "I knew it. Years of massaging Wu Jia's feet finally paid off. No one can replace me in her heart." The uncle read the decree and muttered, "It really is an imperial order, but why stop the procedure?" Cece grinned wickedly, "Because you are not doing it. I will. The Empress' best friend, Tao Cece, will personally remove Wen Ming's bird." Wen Ming froze. These women know no shame. How can they attack a tiny innocent creature with such a big weapon? He begged, "Uncle, please. You do it. She'll kill me." Cece slammed her weapon on the floor. Is this too small? Maybe I should bring something bigger." Wen Ming panicked, "Why do you need something that big? I'm not being executed." Cece said smugly, "You're lucky. The Empress chose the smartest person in the country, me, to remove your bird. It'll be gone before you even realize it. And don't worry, I'll stay by your side in your darkest moment." Wen Ming cried, "I don't want anyone else. I only accept Wu Jia as my partner. My heart belongs only to her." Cece replied, "Great, then get ready to be cut." But as she looked at the tiny little bird, she went silent. "Well, I forgot this is my first time doing this. How much am I supposed to cut?" Wen Ming yelled, "Idiot girl, why are you even here?" And then, swoosh, she swung her blade. Wen Ming's scream echoed through the entire palace. The uncle cried dramatically, "Today, our great dynasty has gained another eunuch of territory." Wen Ming shrieked, "What are you talking about? Stop the bleeding. Do something now." But then Cece said, "I have one weakness. The moment I see blood, I faint." And right after saying that, she fainted. Wen Ming screamed, "Please, somebody help. God, why is my luck so terrible?" Scene shift to Eunuch Hall. Wen Ming arrived at Eunuch Hall. He muttered angrily, "That stupid girl, she was horrible. But because of her, something good actually happened." He smiled in relief. "That idiot was so terrified after seeing the blood that she didn't even realize she didn't cut my little bird. She only cut my thigh. If she hadn't been there today, I would definitely have become a eunuch. My luck saved me, he whispered to himself, and no one must ever know this. If anyone finds out my bird is still alive, they'll cut it off immediately. Suddenly, he heard footsteps approaching. Cece rushed inside. Wenming, are you okay? I brought a eunuch expert to examine you. The second eunuch bowed. Please don't call me an expert. I only have some experience in judging eunuchs. I'm Eunuch Hall Master Yuni. Cece noticed Wenming lying under the blanket. Why are you trembling under the covers? Did something happen? Yuni sighed deeply. Today, he lost a dear friend. A friend he never spoke to, yet shared everything with. His true feelings were known only by that small friend. He's crying because of the loss, and he doesn't want anyone to see his tears. Wenming, under the blanket, thought, my friend hasn't gone anywhere. He's alive and well, standing proudly. I'm just hiding him until this nightmare is over. Cece thought sympathetically, boys are so weak, crying so much over losing a tiny little thing. She clapped her hands. Come on, Wenming. Stand up and show how powerful you are. And then, she slapped his injured thigh. Wenming cried, you monster. Just leave me alone. Cece frowned. So you are crying. Is becoming a eunuch really that painful? Wenming snapped, you have no idea how much pain I'm in. Cece turned to Yuni. How long will it take for, to heal? Yuni replied, the pain will fade in a week, but the trauma, that won't go away for this entire lifetime. Luckily, the bird was removed cleanly. His life isn't in danger. In a few days he'll accept his new life and work with us. Wenming silently screamed, I memorized all your faces. If my father succeeds in his rebellion, I'll kill each of you one by one. Yuni said, I have other work to do. I'll take my leave, Mistress Tao. Wenming thought, crazy woman, you go too. I swear I'll take revenge for what you tried to do to me. He said aloud, Mistress Tao, you've already taken everything from me. Why are you still here? Cece said cheerfully, I'm not leaving. The Empress ordered me to be your personal caretaker. Until you recover, I'll feed you, dress you, and take care of your every need. Wenming thought, horrified, they still don't trust me. That's why they sent this demon to watch me. Cece said, you haven't eaten, right? Come on, let's eat. Actually, wait here. I'll bring food. Wenming relaxed a little. At least she's bringing me food. Cece returned and shoved a bowl of porridge directly into his mouth. If you don't eat properly, how will you recover? Eat! Eat until you're full. Wenming thought, this girl, she'll kill me by force feeding me. Cece asked, what happened? How did you fall asleep while eating? Anyway, I need to wash my clothes, so I'll be back. I used to think I was only good at martial arts, but it turns out I'm good at caring for people too. Everyone falls asleep after I feed them. She left. Wenming threw the bowl aside. Finally, I'm safe. He thought, if she watches me 24/7, I can't survive. I must escape. He picked up a stick. If I stay here, I'll be exposed. She's strong but looks dumb. One hit with this stick and she'll faint. Then I can escape. Scene shifts to the outer courtyard. Cece was cleaning the courtyard. Wenming approached silently with the stick. He whispered, you weak girl, you're done. But, Cece casually lifted a giant boulder with one hand. She said, I thought there'd be a lot of dirt under this stone. Good thing it's not too heavy. Wenming froze. What kind of monster strength is this? Cece turned. Wenming, what are you doing here? Wenming panicked. I was going to sleep. Cece narrowed her eyes. Then why are you holding a stick? Since when do you need a stick to go to the bathroom? Wenming replied dramatically, you can't understand the pain I'm suffering right now. I can't walk without support. He shook the stick. That's why I'm using this. And yet you doubt me. Cece sighed. Okay. I won't doubt you. Wenming thought, thank God I didn't attack her. She really is a monster. I need to avoid her at all costs. As Wenming approached the courtyard entrance, the Empress arrived. Wu Jia glared at Cece, you idiot. I told you only to scare Wenming, and observe whether he's loyal or not. Why did you cut his bird? I specifically told you not to do it. Cece mumbled. My hand slipped. Wu Jia said. Now he's a eunuch. There's no point testing his loyalty anymore. Cancel the test. Cece asked. But why are you crying? Don't tell me you liked him that much. Wu Jia snapped. No. I'm upset because we turned him into a eunuch, without even knowing the truth. Now we can't even find out whether he was involved in the rebellion. Cece said confidently, Your Majesty, don't worry. I still have 1,000 ways to test Wenming. Wu Jia asked slowly, and what ways are those? Cece said, based on my observation, the walls around the toilet are very low. If Wenming is truly one of the traitors, he will definitely try to climb over the wall to escape. I already anticipated that. That's why I ordered many obstacles to be placed on the other side of the wall. Meanwhile, when Ming looked over the wall and thought, there really aren't any guards here, this is the perfect chance to escape. Cece continued, if we see Wen Ming climbing the wall, it means he's a traitor. On the other side, we see Wen Ming actually trying to climb the wall. He thought, this lion cannot stay locked in a cage. Once I find my father, the throne and this empire will be mine. Cece added, as soon as we see him climbing the wall, we'll torture him and make him confess his plans. Wu Jia said, I know Wen Ming won't do anything like this. You've only observed him for 2 days. I've known him for 10 years. He won't betray us. But then they suddenly heard Wen Ming scream. Cece shouted. He jumped off the wall and fell right onto the spikes. Now we'll see whose observation was correct, yours or mine. Wu Jia whispered, I trust you, Wen Ming. I know you'd never betray us. Scene shifts to Eunuch Hall. After hearing the scream, Eunuch Master Yuni sighed. I knew this would happen. Everyone, ignore the screams. He will cry a lot tonight. A messenger pigeon arrived and dropped a letter. Reading it, Yuni muttered, so it was true, the item really is in the Wen family's hands. That means my plan will soon succeed. Back to Wen Ming, Cece approached Wen Ming's chamber and said, finally, I caught you red-handed. Don't even think about escaping. But when she opened the door, she found Wen Ming using the toilet, blood running down his leg. Cece fainted immediately. I can't handle this much blood. Wen Ming shouted, you crazy women. Because of you, a man can't even use the bathroom in peace. Wu Jiao rushed in. No, it was a misunderstanding. Wen Ming yelled, you've taken everything from me. Now you're here to enjoy watching me suffer? Go on, open your eyes, and watch how a prince lives the life of a eunuch. Panicking, Wu Jia said, Wen Ming, we really didn't mean any harm. It was all a misunderstanding. Wen Ming cried, you can't even look me in the eye. The pain you can't bear to see, I'm living through it. Now you must understand this pain. Wu Jia hurled the unconscious Cece at him, causing Wei Ming to fall backwards. Sorry, we're leaving now. Wen Ming smirked after they left. Bunch of idiots. I tricked them again. They can't compete with my acting. Wu Jia grabbed Cece's cheek, yelling, open your eyes and look at what you did. Because of your brilliant idea, I can't even face Wen Ming anymore. I told you not to cut his bird. Now his bird is gone, and my dignity is gone. What must he be thinking about me? Cece cried, don't pull my cheeks. And anyway, he's a small-time eunuch now. He can't ruin your reputation. Wu Jia pulled her cheek again. I told you not to make him a eunuch. Because of your one mistake, his whole life is ruined. Cece sobbed. Yes, I know I was wrong. Please forgive me. Wu Jia said sadly. He was in so much pain. My heart knows he didn't betray us. But he still had to suffer such a punishment. I'll definitely help him. This mistake was mine. Cece, I'm giving you a task. You must take care of Wen Ming properly, and make sure he recovers completely. I won't tolerate even a single mistake. I'm leaving now. Please take good care of him. Cece nodded. Okay, I understand. Wu Jia thought as she left. No matter what happened, Wen Ming didn't betray us. I knew he would never betray us. Wen Ming thought, these people are still watching me, even in the toilet. They really don't trust me. My wound opened while I was climbing the wall. That's why I couldn't escape. Otherwise I would have been out of here already. Cece thought, Wen Ming, you're a good actor. You fooled my innocent friend very well, but I'm not as stupid as Wu Jia. I know your true colors, and soon I'll expose you to her. Wen Ming returned to his room. I lost so much blood today. I should rest. At least I managed to steal a spoon from the kitchen. He held up the spoon proudly. It may look like a simple spoon, but this is the key to my escape. In movies, thieves dig tunnels. So I'll dig a tunnel too, and become a legendary master thief. Just then, Cece entered. Wen Ming, I need your help. Wait. What were you doing just now? Wen Ming quickly hid the spoon. Nothing. I was just resting. Cece thought, he must think I'm stupid. Does he really believe my sharp eyes can't see his tricks? Wen Ming said, why are you putting your things here? This is my room. Cece replied, the Empress ordered me to take care of you. So until you're fully recovered, I'm staying with you. Wen Ming gulped, that's fine. But, why are you taking off your clothes? Cece smirked, why do you care so much? She thought, I'll make him spill all his secrets. I know he's hiding something. Wen Ming said nervously, look, I admit I'm a eunuch, but I'm still a new eunuch. So please don't stand in front of me like this. What are you even doing here? Cece said, I'm the one who injured you, so I'll be the one to treat you, and I will apply medicine on your wound. Wen Ming said, no, I'll do this myself. But Cece replied, if I don't do it, the Empress will scold me badly. Wen Ming thought, I need to stop her. If I don't, I won't be able to control myself, and if she comes to apply medicine on my wounds, she'll see that my little bird is perfectly fine. And the worst part? I can't even stop her, she's way stronger than me. Cece narrowed her eyes. Are you hiding something? When Ming panicked, she's starting to suspect me. Suddenly, When Ming splashed her with blood, causing Cece to faint on the spot. When Ming thought, this girl ruined my life, and now she's sleeping on my bed like it belongs to her. But it's fine, the key to my destiny is still in my hands. When she's sleeping like a log tonight, I'll work hard. By the time she wakes up tomorrow, I'll be long gone. But right then, half asleep, Cece grabbed When Ming's wrist. Confess. What secrets are you hiding? When Ming thought miserably, she's interrogating me in her sleep, and why is her grip so strong? Why can't I escape? She held onto him the entire night. Next morning, when Ming, exhausted, thought, I stayed awake all night waiting for her to let go, but she held my hand until morning. I couldn't sleep at all. How am I supposed to survive around her? Cece woke up and immediately grabbed him again. Until now I was suspicious, but now I'm sure you're hiding something. Tell me what you've hidden under the blanket. When Ming panicked, it's over, I'm caught. There's no way I can escape now. But then Cece lifted something from under the blanket, a spoon. You hid a spoon? When Ming quickly acted innocent, it's just that, I get very hungry at night, so I go to the kitchen to grab food. But it's hard to find spoons there, so I bring one back with me. Cece frowned, you're such a strange person. When Ming sighed in relief, thank God I hid the right thing. If I'd hidden anything else, she might have cut it off. Cece said, I promised Her Majesty I'd take care of you, so I can't let you starve. Get ready for breakfast. When Ming asked, what's for breakfast? What else? The world's tastiest dumplings. When Ming recoiled, no, I'll eat by myself. 7 days later, Yuni said, When Ming, your recovery is complete. I hope you're fully healed now. It's time for you to learn the responsibilities of a eunuch. Cece proudly said, you're right on time. I've personally been taking care of him these past 7 days. Look how fit he looks. Yuni squinted. He doesn't look fit at all. Let him rest a few more days. After that, I'll take him with me. When Ming cried, please, take me with you. Take me anywhere you want, but don't leave me with this demon girl. Yuni sighed. Fine, I'll take him. Cece said, all right, take good care of him. She secretly thought, I've tested him for 7 days but found nothing suspicious. Could it be, When Ming has no connection to Northern Marquis's rebellion? Meanwhile, When Ming begged Yuni, Master Yun, please take me far away from that girl. I'll happily do any task you ask, but I can't stay near her. Yuni said, seeing your condition, you're too weak for any hard labor. Don't worry, I won't give you difficult work. Since you were once the imperial son-in-law, I'll give you an easy position. When Ming bowed, thank you, Master Yun. He thought, this man's attitude has changed a lot. What exactly is he planning? Yuni said, your job today is to taste all the dishes made in the imperial kitchen. Remember, you may only take 1 bite from each dish. If you eat more, the Empress will be upset. When Ming said confidently, no problem, I'll only take 1 bite. Yuni gasped, your 1 bite is too big? Fine, you look like you haven't eaten properly in days. Eat as much as you want. I'll have a separate set prepared for Her Majesty. Yuni thought secretly, this boy is useful for my future plan. That's the only reason I'm tolerating him here. Otherwise, I would have sent him to work in the mines already. Suddenly, When Ming fell to his knees. Shocked, Yuni asked, what are you doing? When Ming said, Master Yun, ever since my father betrayed the empire, everyone treats me like an enemy. But you've been so kind to me. If you don't mind, may I call you my godfather? Yuni said, no, Northern Marquis is still alive. When Ming growled, don't even mention that old bastard. Just hearing his name makes my blood boil. What kind of father betrays his own empire? A man like that can't be my father. Yuni wiped a tear dramatically, a good-hearted boy suffering because of his father's crimes. Fine. I accept. I will be your godfather. I will take care of you as much as I can. When Ming thought, yes, this old man will be the ladder that helps me reach my father. Once I find him, this man will be calling me grandpa. Meanwhile, Yuni thought, a few small favors, and I've won his trust. Once I get what I want, I'll throw this kid away. Suddenly, when Ming's stomach growled loudly, he said, Godfather, make something delicious for me. Your godson is starving. Yuni said, you can only take 1 bite here, and honestly, you won't feel satisfied at all. Come, we'll eat somewhere else. He added in annoyance, he just finished all the food, and yet this tiny rat is still hungry? This boy eats like a beast. When Ming said, I haven't even worked for a single day, and we're already going out today? Yuni replied, you're my godson. You don't need to worry about such small matters. Go or something nice, we'll head out in a bit. Soon they arrived at Fly Street. When Ming, shocked, said, "There are so many brothels here. Godfather, isn't it strange for two eunuchs to come here? We don't even have swords, so why are we at a weapon shop?" Yuni said, "Just come inside. You'll understand. And remember, you can spend as much as you want. I'll pay for everything." He gave money to the manager and whispered, "Send a truly exceptional girl to this boy, and make sure you report every one of his actions to me." The manager replied, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything." Yuni thought to himself, Northern Marquis won so many wars, because of a secret technique, a technique that makes a person invincible, that can revive the dead, and regrow a half-destroyed body. I heard once he lost an arm and regrew it in just 7 days. If that's true, then a little bird would definitely regenerate even faster. If the boy inherited this technique from his father, then by now he must have regrown that as well. If he tries anything with the girl I send in, it's proof he has the technique. Inside the room, when Ming entered the room thinking, "That old man tricked me into coming here. What is that bastard planning?" Right behind him, Cece sneaked into the brothel, saying, "Today I'll catch that scoundrel red-handed." The manager smiled at when Ming, "Young master, a very beautiful girl will serve you. She's not from this region, she's from the West region. Even elite clan young masters rarely get her. You'll definitely like her." When Ming thought, "He brought me here under the excuse of food? Could he be Wu Jia's spy? Is this all a setup?" He said aloud, "I'm not interested in women. Can you just bring me food?" Laughing, the manager said, "Once you see her, trust me, you'll forget all about food." When Ming thought, something is definitely fishy. No, this entire situation is rotten. They must be watching me from somewhere. No matter what happens, I must stay in control. Just then someone announced, "Lady Royan is arriving." As soon as when Ming saw her, he froze. He thought, the manager wasn't lying. My eyes might actually pop out. Lady Royan walked in with elegance. She looked foreign, mesmerizing. She smiled and said, "Young master, sorry for the wait." When Ming thought, she's adorable. That old Yin sent a foreign beauty to tempt me. But I'm strong. I won't fall for this. Royan touched his cheek gently. "Young master, your face is as red as a tomato. Why are you sweating so much? Is it because of the heat?" When Ming panicked inside, "She's standing way too close. It's getting harder to control myself." Royan said, "Please sit. I'll feed you fruit with my own hands." Outside the room, the other girls whispered, "No man can resist Royan." Yuni instructed her well. She'll definitely expose whether that eunuch has anything left. Inside, Royan fed when Ming fruit. He thought, I must stay calm. I must do this, for my life. Royan asked sweetly, "What's wrong, young master? Do you not like how I'm feeding you? If you want, I can feed you in a different way." When Ming thought, the more I resist, the harder she tries. This girl is destroying me. Royan thought, this eunuch is easier to manipulate than I expected. Perfect, he can help with my plans. Suddenly they heard shouting outside. "Young Master Jia, please wait. Lady Royan is with a guest." A loud arrogant voice replied, "Do you know who my father is? Prime Minister Jia Boca, the man whose autobiography The Life of Boca is famous across nations. And you dare make me wait?" No one stops Jia Zhandu. When Ming froze, he thought, what is Jia Zhandu doing here? If he finds out I'm inside, he'll tell Wu Jia. I ruined many things for him. He'll definitely take revenge. He panicked. I must avoid that bastard at all costs. Royan asked softly, "What's wrong, young master? Why do you look so afraid?" Outside, Jia Zhandu boasted, "My childhood enemy, Wen Ming, has finally lost his bird. To celebrate his downfall, I'm here to enjoy myself. Send me your top beauty. Because of him, I never got to live the life I deserved. Now that he's ruined, I will live gloriously." He threw money at the manager arrogantly. Meanwhile, Yuni was gritting his teeth and thinking, what is the Prime Minister's son doing here? He's going to ruin my entire plan. Zhandu pushed open the door and said, "Lady Royan, I've heard a lot about you. Finally, I get to see how stunning you are." But then he froze. "Weren't you with a guest? Why is the room empty?" Royan replied. As soon as the guest heard that the Prime Minister's son, Zhandu, was coming, he panicked and jumped out the window. He said he didn't have the courage to face you. Zhandu smirked. Smart of him not to face me. He wouldn't have been able to handle my anger. Inside, Wen Ming thought, "You scoundrel, keep bragging while you can. I may not have power right now, but if I did, I'd make you dance in your underwear." Royan thought, of all the hiding spots, this useless eunuch chose here? Still, he might be useful to me. Saving him could benefit me later. Zhandu said, "You're even more beautiful than the rumors. Today is a wonderful day. First, watching my enemy get destroyed, and second, meeting a beauty like you." Ruoyan replied politely, "You're very flattering, young master." But in her mind she thought, serving a handsome eunuch is better than serving this ugly pig. Just look at his nose, it's like a snout. But I must behave. He's Boka's son, if I offend him, he'll make my life miserable. Ruoyan asked, "You must be thirsty after the journey. What would you like to drink?" Shandu grabbed her hand and said, "If I have you, what else do I need? You're the only water that can quench my thirst." Ruoyan said sternly, "Young Master Jia, please show some respect. I serve guests, but I do not sell my body." Shandu grinned. "Who said anything about that? My throat is burning. Won't you touch it for me? Speak sweetly to ignite the spark between us." Terrified, Ruoyan thought, "I need to run, or this bastard won't spare me." She dashed away at full speed. Wenming thought, "She's fast, and I'm completely trapped." Ruoyan, running blindly, dove onto the bed, right where Wenming was hiding. Shandu said, "Lady Ruoyan, why did you come here?" Ruoyan lied, "Someone was getting too close, so I hid here." Wenming thought, "Why am I always stuck in disasters like this?" Then he noticed a tattoo on Ruoyan's body. "Wait, I recognize that tattoo." Shandu asked, "What are you trying to do by acting like this? Are you trying to heat up the fire inside me?" Ruoyan snapped, "Young master, please control yourself. I am not doing anything of the sort." Inside, she thought, "This pig is getting more dangerous every second. I must escape, and this eunuch is only making things worse." Meanwhile, Wenming thought, "I can't see anything. Where even is my hand right now?" Shandu lay beside her and said, "I'm tired too. Let me lie down. Can I touch your feet? I've always wondered how foreign beauty's feet look." Ruoyan thought, "I'll have to use my powers. I tried acting, but I won't let this pig touch my sacred body." Shandu grabbed the leg under the blanket. "Your skin is so smooth. But wait, why are there hair on your feet? Do foreign beauties shampoo their leg hair? Why is it shiny?" He stopped. "Wait, why does a foreign beauty have leg hair?" Ruoyan said, "That's because those are my legs." As he lifted the blanket, Shandu screamed, "Then whose legs are these?" Wenming said, "Didn't you like my legs? Sure, they're hairy, but good quality hair." Shandu shouted, shocked, "Wenming, what are you doing here?" Wenming replied, "If I say I came here by accident, would you believe me?" Shandu roared, "The beauty I couldn't even touch, you were sitting under her skirt?" Wenming said, "If you're a real man, talk with your mouth, not your hands. A real man never fights with his fists." Shandu laughed, "Since when do eunuchs talk about real men? Did you forget you're a eunuch? You left the palace without permission. No eunuch is allowed to leave the palace without permission. Looking at you, I doubt you were given any." Wenming said, "No, I'm here with Yuni. I couldn't have come alone." Shandu replied, "Either you're clever, or you think I'm stupid." He stepped closer. "Did you forget who I am? I'm the son of Prime Minister Boka. Our family has dominance in our blood. No old eunuch would bring you here. You ran away." Outside, Yuni was hiding behind a pillar, panicking. "Why did that bastard Jia Zhandu have to come today of all days? My whole plan is ruined." Inside, Wenming said, "We were childhood friends. Can't you let me go just once for old time's sake?" Shandu snapped, "What childhood friendship? You're too late to play the friendship card. When we were kids, I once told you I liked the Empress. I trusted you as a friend. And what did you do? You spread a rumor across the academy that I had diarrhea issues, that I leaked while walking. Because of you, not even the Empress, not any girl came near me, and she was innocent. You kept whispering nonsense in her ears. I realized then, that as long as you were around, I would never reach her. So I worked hard, studied endlessly, hoping to top the exam and become a minister, just to stay close to her. But you switched our exam papers. Because of your cheating, you came first, and I, who was smarter, failed. That day, not only did I lose, but you disgraced my father as well." People mocked him, saying, "A fool's son will always remain a fool." Listening to the story, Ruoyan said, "You're a horrible man. No one treats even an enemy this badly." Wenming replied, "I was just joking with my dear friend Jia." Jia snapped, "Joking? Because of your jokes, my entire life turned into a joke. When I failed the exam, you came to me and told me you would get me a good job. You told me to bow my head before the officials and say, 'I will accept whatever job Wenming chooses for me.' I was naive, so I did exactly what you said, and the job they gave me was cleaning horses. While you were enjoying life inside the imperial palace, I was scrubbing horse butts. I might forget many things in life, but I can never forget those terrible days. Those horses always had diarrhea. They turned my life into hell." Wenming said, "But you told me you loved horses. That's why I purposely got you a job that kept you near them." Jia shouted, "When the whole capital heard your bird was going to be cut off, no one was happier than me. I had lost faith in God, but that day I felt justice finally existed. And today, I came here to celebrate your misery. Wen Ming said, you didn't come here by your own wish, you only came to ruin my life. Jiao grinned. The best part is, I caught you red-handed. Now I'll go tell the Empress everything you've done. Let's see how much she cuts off next. Maybe a hand, maybe a leg. Watching that will be fun. Wen Ming thought, no matter how much I beg, he'll never forgive me. I've tortured him too much in the past. Looks like I'll have to attack him. He lunged at Jiao, but Jiao blocked the attack easily. Shocked, Wen Ming shouted, when did you become this strong? Jiao replied, time makes everyone stronger. I spent my youth living with horses. Do you know what I learned there? How to stop fast attacks. I can block them with my eyes closed. Your attack is nothing to me. Today you picked the wrong target. Wen Ming, you're not escaping. Wen Ming said, if my father comes here, he'll bury you alive. Ruoyan thought, I need information about the palace. This eunuch could be useful. If he dies here, my entire plan will fail. I have no choice but to use my special technique. Wait, young Master Jia, you just arrived. If you leave without receiving proper service, I'll be blamed by the manager. Do you want me to be scolded? Jia said, no, of course I don't want that. He thought, my guards are outside. Even if I stay a little longer, Wen Ming can't escape. Alright, Miss Ruoyan, I'll stay for a while. While serving Jia, Ruoyan secretly winked at Wen Ming. Wen Ming thought, she's helping me, but why? What's her motive? Ruoyan asked, would you like this drink? Jia smirked, I'd drink poison if it were from your hands. This drink is nothing. But then Ruoyan accidentally spilled it on his clothes. I'm so sorry, young master. Let me clean it. While pretending to wipe it, she slipped a scented powder under his nose. Ruoyan thought, finally, it's done. My soul enchanting mist. No one has ever resisted it. She said sweetly, you must feel sleepy, right? Just rest. But Jia suddenly opened his eyes, grabbed her hand, and snarled, you bitch. How dare you try to control me? Ruoyan gasped, how are you awake? Jia said, it's a long story, but here's the short version. I spent years cleaning horses. I lived surrounded by horrible smells. My nose is dead. I can't smell perfume. I can't smell poison. Your stupid mist has no effect on me. Ruoyan was stunned. What kind of monstrous ability is that? Jia growled, you two are working together. None of you will leave alive. But when Ming suddenly rushed in and smashed Jia's head against the wall, Ruoyan gasped, you said he could block every attack, then how did yours land? When Ming said, your mist worked on him, just for a moment, and you're skilled in combat and poison. You're clearly no ordinary girl. Ruoyan said, I did all that to save you. You won't believe me, but when I first saw you, my heart started beating fast. When Ming grabbed her hand and asked, then why are you holding this bottle? Did you actually think the same trick would work again? Ruoyan smiled, I must admit, you're much smarter than the other young masters. Then she grabbed him and added, but being smart isn't enough, you also need strength. When Ming said, what are you planning to do? Ruoyan replied, you're a eunuch. Even if I tried something, you couldn't do anything back. When Ming panicked, no, don't do anything like that. He thought, I can't control myself anymore. Ruoyan's eyes widened. What is this? You're not a eunuch? Outside, the eunuchs heard noises. Such intense sounds. Looks like our young master has won her heart. Inside, when Ming said, you're misunderstanding. Just listen to me, Ruoyan shouted, you're not a eunuch. That means, you must die. If anyone discovers you are here with me, my dignity will be destroyed. She attacked him. Running away, when Ming shouted, I told you to stay away. You're the one who kept coming near me. Ruoyan caught him again and said, you'll die for lying. When Ming replied, you lied too. If you kill me, how will you complete your Heavenly Lotus sect mission? If you fail, your sect will kill you. Ruoyan acted innocent. I don't belong to any sect. When Ming said, you're terrible at lying. Throw away the dagger, or I'll scream and tell everyone everything. Ruoyan tossed the dagger inside. Fine, let's sit and talk calmly. Fighting won't solve anything. Inside, she thought nervously, if anyone finds out my true identity, I'll be in huge trouble, Ruoyan said. When Ming, people from the Heavenly Lotus sect are extremely dangerous. Do I look like someone who belongs to such a terrifying group? When Ming replied, don't bother acting in front of me. I've been acting for 20 years myself. I know the sect marks tattoos on the body, and I saw yours with my own eyes. When I was under your skirt, I saw everything. If you're taking such a huge risk by coming here, then you must be on a mission. Meanwhile, outside, Tao Cece and Wu Jia arrived at the brothel. Wu Jia said, Cece, I feel like we're taking this too far. Why would Wen Ming come here? Cece thought, today I'll catch that jerk red-handed. Wu Jia trusts him too much, but today she'll finally learn that the only person she can trust is her childhood friend Cece. Suddenly, the guards block them. Do you even know who is inside? Prime Minister Boca's son is in there. You need to wait. Cece punched the guards aside and shouted, I don't care who Boca is. No one can stop me from opening Wenming's case today. They barged inside, and saw Ruoyan lying on top of Wenming. Cece said, looks like we arrived at the perfect moment. Wenming immediately started acting. Finally, the Empress is here. Wu Jia panicked. No one should find out that I'm the Empress. If they do, my reputation will be ruined. Ruoyan froze in fear. So she is the Empress? She's so much younger and stronger than I expected. If she wants, she can kill me in 1 second. Even my master couldn't defeat her. Cece said, it makes no sense for the Empress to be here. Either something fishy is going on, or everything here is fishy. Wenming said, I don't care about any fish. All I know is, I'm innocent. Yuni brought me here for food. That's all I know. Cece said, every thief says he's innocent, but we don't believe that nonsense. Fine, let's say you did come here for food. Then why was this girl on top of you? Just when Wenming was about to tell the truth, he sensed Ruoyan's murderous intent. Ruoyan smiled dangerously and whispered, think carefully before you speak. If I die, I'll drag you with me. Wenming laughed and said, Ruoyan's massage technique is the best in the country. Don't tell anyone, but after she massaged Bruce Banner, he became Hulk. Even Superman has no powers, he just gets daily massages from her. If you don't believe me, try it. She can turn a monkey like you into a human. Wu Jia blinked, really? My hands hurt from signing documents all day. Can you massage them? Cece said, how can you be an empress and still be this gullible? You actually believed him? Ruoyan, sweating inside, said, it would be an honor to massage the empress. Inside, she thought, you bastard Wenming, you used my name and now I'm stuck deeper in this mess. Wenming thought, this is the best I can do right now. Ruoyan hissed quietly, you dragged me into this. You're coming down with me. She then said aloud, Your Majesty, do you know why I was on top of him earlier? I discovered a big secret about young Master Wenming. Wu Jia said, what secret? I've known him since childhood. I know everything about him. Ruoyan replied, this secret is quite special. But before she could speak, Wenming quickly pulled her aside and said, she's talking about my massage technique. You know I've been massaging you since childhood, and that's why you became the youngest and strongest 9th rank martial artist, a level no one else has ever reached. So she thinks my technique must be special. Wu Jia smiled, well, your technique is amazing. My shoulders are already feeling lighter. Cece sighed, Wu Jia, he's manipulating you again, and you're falling for it. Wenming thought, this girl was supposed to expose me, but now she's in danger because of me. Ruoyan whispered, we need to work together, otherwise we'll both reveal each other's secrets. Cece snapped, what are you two whispering about? Do you think I'm stupid enough not to notice? Fine, let's say you were talking about massage techniques. Then why is that man on the floor unconscious? Were you hiding something from the rest of us? Wenming acted dramatically, Wu Jia, you know how jealous Shandu is of me. When he heard I became a eunuch, he came here to celebrate. But when he saw me, he went completely crazy. If I didn't defend myself with a few punches, I wouldn't be standing here right now. You know how much pain I'm in. And even in this pain, that idiot was mocking me. Ruoyan thought, wow, I just realized how terrible my acting is. This guy's acting can defeat even professionals, Wu Jia said. I know Shandu is a terrible person. You haven't even recovered for 2 days, and he's already tormenting you. Don't worry, I'll tell Prime Minister Boca to control his son. He won't bother you again. Cece said, what is so special about this guy that you believe every word he says? Let's do one thing, wake Shandu up and ask him. The truth will come out instantly. She started slapping Shandu to wake him up. Shandu slowly opened his eyes and said, where am I? And Wenming, what are you doing here? Wenming thought, I'm done for. He'll tell Wu Jia everything. Cece happily said, hurry up, Shandu. Expose all of Wenming's secrets. Shandu shouted, everyone listen carefully. This idiot has become a eunuch. His third leg has been blown away. The Empress shouldn't have cut his third leg. She should have cut his neck. What can a half-man even do? Hearing this, Wu Jia and Cece were shocked. Cece said, that's all you had to say? You didn't have anything else? Shandu replied, if you give me just 10 minutes, I can write an entire essay about how this idiot became a eunuch. I'm so happy today that I came here to celebrate. Ruoyan thought, I used the soul mist on him. His sense of smell was weak, so it took time, but it worked. He won't remember anything. Wenming smiled and said, you're pretty skilled, Ruoyan. Shandu continued proudly, you know why I'm so happy today? Not for one reason, but two. First, this idiot became a eunuch. Nothing makes me happier. And second, because he's a eunuch, the Empress now has no one beside her. This means she must be feeling very lonely, which makes it the perfect time for me to win her heart, Wu Jia said. And where exactly did you get that confidence? How will you get the Empress? Jiandu puffed his chest and said, I'm Prime Minister Boka's son. He'll help me with all this. Wu Jia said coldly, oh really? I didn't know our Prime Minister became so powerful that he can now decide whom I'll marry. Shocked, Jiandu said, my marriage? Wait, who said that? And, who are you? He turned around and panicked. Your Majesty the Empress, what are you doing here? Wu Jia stepped forward and said, after coming here, I learned a lot today. If the Prime Minister thinks he can control my marriage, then maybe tomorrow he'll think he can control the entire country. So I'll do one thing. I hereby demote Prime Minister Boka by 3 ranks. And you, Jiandu, you can return to your old job, taking care of horses. Your brain works better around horses anyway, Jiandu begged. Please, Your Majesty, don't do this. But Wu Jia kicked him away, saying, get lost. You stink. Ruoyan thought, the Empress hit him just once and he flew like a leaf. Good thing I never tried fighting her. In front of power like hers, I wouldn't survive even 1 second. Cece said, sister, wasn't that hit a bit too hard? Wu Jia replied, don't worry, he's used to getting beaten like this. Suddenly, Jiandu said, wait, something just happened. My memories, they're back. Wen Ming and Ruoyan were shocked. Wen Ming whispered, what? He remembers? Ruoyan, you said the mist erased it forever. Ruoyan replied, if someone gets hit on the head very hard, sometimes memories return. Wen Ming thought, I need to take control before everything collapses. Cece said, good. If your memory is back, tell us exactly what Wen Ming did here. Jiandu said dramatically, when I came here, I saw something so shocking that my mouth hung open. Wen Ming said, tell them, Jiandu, what is stuck in your backside? Let me remove it for you. Wen Ming pulled out the dagger. Seeing the blood, Cece fainted. Wen Ming acted quickly, oh no, Cece isn't well. We must take her to the imperial physician. Wu Jia said, yes, I'll take her right away. Wen Ming said, don't worry about Jiandu. I'll drop him home safely. Ruoyan said, I must admit, you're a master actor. You handled everything perfectly. Wen Ming smiled, if you train one skill long enough, you become perfect at it. Now tell me, how do we erase this donkey's memories again? Ruoyan said, a hard hit on the head will do it. Wen Ming grinned, great answer. He lifted a vase. This is the great memory erasing vase. Jiandu cried, what are you going to do? Wen Ming said, it's for your own good, and smashed the vase on his head. Wen Ming said, Ruoyan, after all this, one thing is clear. We are no longer enemies. We're allies now. Ruoyan replied, my sect isn't interested in partnering with a fake eunuch. Wen Ming said, you know how capable I am. If I hadn't been here today, you would have been caught. If we join forces in the capital, it'll benefit you greatly. Ruoyan said, and why should I trust you? Wen Ming said, because my father was branded a traitor, and I was punished for something I didn't even do. The whole country knows why I became a eunuch. I have no dignity left. Ruoyan said, but you are not a eunuch. Wen Ming replied, I only survived because I was clever, the blade they used was dull. Ruoyan sighed, okay, fine. I trust you a little. Wen Ming said, but they still suspect me heavily. If they find out I'm a fake eunuch, they'll hang me immediately. Ruoyan said, your words alone won't convince me. Wen Ming asked, then what do you want me to do? Suddenly, Ruoyan shoved a pill into his mouth. Wen Ming choked, what did you just make me eat? Ruoyan said, nothing much, just a love pill. For 7 days, it won't activate. Wen Ming asked, and after 7 days? Ruoyan replied, if you don't get the antidote in time, you'll turn into a crazy lover boy, who chases every girl he sees. And the moment people see a eunuch chasing girls, your secret will be exposed instantly. Wen Ming said, you girls are seriously dangerous. How could you do something like this to me for no reason? Ruoyan replied, you're holding a huge secret of mine. How could I trust you so easily? Besides, after you get the antidote, your body will become stronger than before. These 7 days will also let me check how loyal you really are to me. You don't have to do anything big, just give me information about the inner workings of the palace. Wen Ming thought, if my father succeeds in his rebellion, I'll destroy this Heaven Lotus sect first. I'll burn their entire sect to the ground. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Wen Ming's room. Yuni entered Wen Ming's room, thinking, because of that idiot Jiandu, my whole plan was ruined. But thankfully, I had a second plan, and this one won't fail. He mixed powder into the water jug. He was still finishing his work when he heard voices, Wenming and Cece approaching. As Wenming and Cece entered, Wenming noticed the window was open. I clearly remember shutting all the doors and windows properly. We were just talking about ghosts earlier. What if this room is cursed? Cece said, cursed or not, you're just a giant idiot. A grown man believing nonsense like this. You got lucky today, but very soon you'll get caught red-handed. Wenming said, to be honest, you have become a huge headache for me. You keep accusing me of crimes I didn't even commit. I'm really thirsty. Let me drink water first, then I'll talk to you. Uni whispered from hiding, yes, yes. Drink it quickly. Let my plan work. But Cece stepped forward and snatched the jug from Wenming. I'll drink first. I did all the hard work today. My throat is dry. Uni panicked silently. You crazy girl. What do you get by drinking it first? Cece asked. And whose voice was that just now? Wenming replied. Must have been my own echo. Before he could stop her, Cece drank the entire jug. Wenming thought, what is wrong with this girl? Who drinks water like that? Uni was losing his mind. Every time I make a plan, someone ruins it. But this fire powder works on both men and women. I just wanted to test whether Wenming has really regenerated. If his bird is back, then the rumors about Northern Marquis's technique are true. Cece said, why are you acting so weird over water? Go outside and bring more. Wenming walked to the well, only to learn that earlier a eunuch had fallen inside. So the well was sealed for today. Anyone wanting water would need to walk 2 miles. Wenming cried, who in the world will walk 2 miles just for water? Uni smirked from afar, I planned everything perfectly. If you drank water now, my medicine's effect would end. That's why I won't let you get any today. Wenming returned, I'll just get water from the palace in the morning. Cece asked, you're really that thirsty? Wenming said, yes I am, but what can I do? Cece said, even I'm very thirsty, and I must quench it. Wenming panicked, wait, what are you doing? Suddenly, Cece grabbed him and kissed him. Wenming pulled away, what are you doing? You ruined my first kiss. Cece said, that's not enough. I want more. Wenming thought, I have to stop her. Why is she acting like this? Is it because of the yang pill I swallowed? Or is she testing me? Uni from hiding thought, perfect. This girl will expose his secret today. Cece kept chasing Wenming until they reached the well. Wenming thought, she must be testing me. Does she think I'll fall for her trick? If I don't stop her now, I'm done for. He grabbed her, and jumped into the well with her. Uni screamed from hiding, can't you people follow my plan even once? No matter how hard I work, everything falls apart. Just then, a messenger arrived for Uni. He sighed, looks like I have to leave. Meanwhile, we see Prime Minister Boca yelling at Jeondu. Boca shouted, you went to a brothel and embarrassed our entire family. You even got caught by the Empress herself. I worked my whole life to become the Prime Minister, and because of your stupidity, I got demoted by 3 ranks, Jeondu said. Dad, it's all because of that idiot Wenming. Boca yelled, you think I'm blind? You let a powerless eunuch fool you. If you can't even beat a powerless eunuch, what am I supposed to call you? But what can I do now? You're my son after all. I'll deal with Wenming myself. But you, don't you dare cause any more trouble. For the next 3 months, you'll study properly. If you even step outside this house, I'll break your legs. As Jeondu limped away, Boca asked, what happened to his leg? The butler said, young master was stabbed in the butt by Wenming with a dagger. He showed the dagger. Boca examined it and said, this dagger, it belongs to the Heaven Lotus sect. He explained, 14 years ago, during the flood, an entire region was drowned. People lost homes, crops, families, everything was gone. At that time, a sage riding a white donkey appeared. With a single gesture, he made barren lands turn green again. He fed the starving, and guided the souls of the dead to heaven. He helped so many people that citizens stopped trusting the king and the government. Whenever people needed help, they went to that sage. The officials didn't like this. They attacked him. But the sage said just one word, and his white donkey transformed into a powerful beast that defeated an entire army alone. Later, the sage formed a sect, the Heaven Lotus sect. A sect devoted to helping common people, asking for nothing in return. But their existence threatens the empress and the government. That's why anyone connected to them is branded a traitor. The butler asked, so, does that mean Wenming is a traitor? Boca said, if the father is a traitor, and the son also turns out to be a traitor, what's so surprising about that? It looks like the Wen family is very close to the Heaven Lotus sect. The butler asked, should I prepare your carriage, sir? You can inform the empress immediately. Boca replied, the empress trusts Wenming a lot. One dagger alone won't prove anything. Here, take these 100 silver taels. Investigate Wenming properly. If anyone knows anything about him, Give them this money. I just need one more piece of evidence against that bastard. The butler said, that's fine, but Prime Minister, this amount is too little. Annoyed, Boca snapped, too little? This is half my month's salary. Fine, I still have 10 silver taels hidden under my shoe soles. It was my tea money fund, but never mind, take it. Just don't tell my wife about the 10 silver taels. The butler sighed, your condition is worse than mine. But Prime Minister, if you wanted, you could earn a lot of money. Why don't you use your position to make money? Last time, the Minister of Right's dog disappeared, and he posted a reward of 4,000 silver taels. You're above him, yet you're always short of money. Boca replied proudly, my loyalty is not for sale. Whatever I earn is enough. In 3 days, I'll expose the truth about the Wen family, and they'll be destroyed. Once that happens, the Empress will promote me again, and I'm sure she will choose my son as her new husband. If my son becomes the imperial consort, the entire country will belong to me. At that point, who cares about money? The butler said, your plan is truly brilliant. Boca thought to himself, Wen Ming, this battle is between you and me. You're not the only one who has been acting all this time, even I've been acting for years. We both want the Empress on our side. Once you're destroyed, I'll have no competition left. Meanwhile, we see Wen Ming, who has fallen into the well with Cece. Wen Ming thought, the medicine's effect must have worn off. Cece is unconscious too, so she won't be able to test me. But wait, if she dies, Wu Jiao will kill me for sure. I have to save this pink-haired troublemaker. He carried Cece out of the well. Breathing heavily, he said, I'm exhausted. She may look small, but she's really heavy. Why isn't she breathing? Did she actually die? He checked her pulse. No, at least she's not dead yet. Good. Time to start working. He began removing the water from her stomach. Wen Ming thought, thankfully, I remember many things from my past life. Otherwise she definitely would have died today. Honestly, even though this girl is crazy, her body is amazing. Actually, she looks even better than Wu Jia. No, I can't think about that. I'm pretending to be a eunuch. No one can know the truth. Besides, I'm devoted to Wu Jia. I can't betray years of loyalty. After removing all the water, she still didn't wake up. Looks like she's lacking oxygen. Just then, Cece began to regain consciousness. She thought, that's Wen Ming. Is he trying to save me? He looks so worried, but I'm his enemy. Why is he so concerned about me? Wen Ming thought, I guess I'll have to give her oxygen. There's no other choice. But before he could, Cece slapped him. What were you trying to do? You can't touch a genius like me. Wen Ming said, I was trying to save you. Maybe saving a fool like you was a mistake. Cece said, either you're very clever, or you think I'm very stupid. How exactly were you planning to save me here? Wen Ming replied, forget all that. You're alive, that's enough. Cece thought, he saved my life. And I hit him. Yet he's still caring about me. Could it be? Does he like me? But wait, Wu Jia clearly likes him a lot. If Wu Jia finds out, she'll be very hurt. Wen Ming said, it's getting late. You're completely soaked. You'll catch a cold. Dry yourself quickly. Why are you quiet? Are you feeling cold? Cece jerked his hand away and said, don't do anything again that might hurt the Empress's heart. You've already caused enough trouble. The scene shifts. We were shown Yunyi's residence. Yunyi was reading the letter delivered by the bird. It says, within 3 days, the northern barbarian envoys will arrive. When they do, you must find a way to poison the Empress. Make sure the Empress story ends here, forever. Yunyi muttered, poisoning the Empress is no joke. Her food is tested 100 times. Finding a poison that even the silver needle technique can't detect, that's nearly impossible. Just then, someone entered and said, Yunyi, don't worry. If the prince gave you this task, he must have already considered everything. Yunyi looked up, shocked. Huang Tianli, you're here? I can't believe the prince sent you. If you're here, that means he's extremely confident in his plan. Huang Tianli replied smugly, the prince values both of us. But please, don't belittle yourself while praising me. I was sent here specifically to assist you with the upcoming plans. Yunyi asked, then tell me, how can I help you? Inwardly he thought, you bastard. Do you think I'm an idiot who can't see through this? That dog doesn't trust me at all. That's why he sent this man to monitor me. Huang Tianli continued, this poison cannot be detected by silver needles. Don't worry about taste or color either. It looks exactly like clear water, and can be mixed into anything. Yunyi said, I've seen poisons before, but none that even silver needles couldn't detect. And don't forget, the food is tasted by several palace maids. If any of them fall sick, everyone will know the food is poisoned. Tianli said, don't worry about that either. This poison doesn't take effect for 8 hours. After that, there's no saving the victim. Their lungs dry up like leaves, and they suffocate to death. Once the process begins, nothing can stop it. Uni said quietly, a poison this deadly, what's it called? Huang Tianli replied, it's called death venom. 1 week later, Cici complained, the northern barbarians are coming early because they're such troublesome people. That's why everything is being cleaned before their arrival. And because of those idiots, I'm stuck here pulling weeds. She spotted Wenming nearby, doing something suspicious. Approaching him, she asked, why do I feel like you're slacking? I'm working like crazy pulling weeds, and you're doing nothing. Wenming said, I'm just taking a little break. Does my breathing bother you that much? Cici snapped, yes. And what are you hiding? Huh? Wenming replied, the barbarians are coming. I was just thinking how to deal with them. Cici thought, if I remember correctly, Northern Marquis has allied with Barbarian. Maybe Wenming is trying to contact his father through the envoys. She demanded, show me what you wrote. No matter how hard you try, you can't escape me. Wenming panicked internally, it's happening again. She's too strong, I can't do anything. If she keeps pushing, my secret will be exposed. If she sees I'm mapping the entire palace, she won't let me live. But if I destroy the map, Royan will kill me instead. I'm trapped. These two women have completely crushed me. Just then, an announcement echoed, the Empress is approaching. Seeing Wenming and Cici, Wu Jia scolded, Cici, what are you doing? Cici immediately said, it's not what it looks like. This idiot is plotting something against us. I asked him to show his paper, and he refused. Wu Jia turned to Wenming, what is she talking about? Wenming replied, you know she talks nonsense. How could I ever think badly of my childhood sweetheart? If you still doubt me, search me. I haven't taken anything suspicious. Cici protested, that's impossible. I saw you drawing something. Let me search you right now. I'll definitely find it. But Wu Jia slapped Cici aside and said, stop bothering Wenming. Whenever I give you an order, you always do the opposite. Come with me. I have something for you to do. Wenming sighed with relief. Thank goodness my cave room is big enough to hide my brush and paper. Otherwise, I'd be dead today. I need to reinforce my hideout more. 7 days are almost up. I must finish the map soon, and deliver it to Ruoyan. Once I give her the full palace map, she'll finally start trusting me. Meanwhile, Uni thought, if the Empress dies now, my entire plan will collapse. I can't let Huang Tianli, or anyone else know what I'm planning. My only goal is the Wen family's cultivation technique. If I get that, everything will be fine. Just then, he saw Wenming leaving the palace using his name as permission. Uni frowned. He's using my name? Why? Could he be searching for his family's cultivation method? If so, I must follow him. I've been after their technique for so long, and finally, an opportunity has appeared. Seems like luck is on my side today. Meanwhile, Wu Jia and Cici walked into their room. Wu Jia said, you've spent quite a long time with Wenming now, right? Have you still not found anything strange about him? And if nothing seems off, doesn't that simply mean he's fine? Cici replied, Wu Jia, that guy is very clever. We can't let our guard down around him. Even though I haven't caught anything big yet, it doesn't mean I haven't seen suspicious behavior. Not once. Many times I saw him acting strangely, hiding things. Just give me some more time. I'll catch him red-handed, Wu Jia said. I've known you since childhood. Whenever you fail at something, you get frustrated and give up quickly. But this is the first time I'm seeing you refuse to give up at all. Cici replied, my friend is carrying the burden of an entire city as the Empress. The least I can do is lighten her load a little, right? Wu Jia suddenly asked, Cici, tell me honestly, do you like Wenming? Cici shouted, impossible. Like is out of the question. I hate that guy. How can you even pair me with someone like him? Wu Jia said, there's no need to react so strongly. I understand. Wenming is smart, handsome, and he has a certain charm. It's not surprising if a girl falls for him. I'm not blaming you. Cici said, are you even listening to me? If you're going to keep talking about romance, I'm leaving. Wu Jia quickly said, no, wait. I called you here because of the Northern Marquis. You know he betrayed us, and the barbarians are taking full advantage of it. They've sent envoys to the capital, and honestly, it feels suspicious. Those wild barbarians don't know how to behave, so why are they suddenly acting polite and sending envoys peacefully? It doesn't make sense. Cici replied confidently, you forget, your friend is a genius. I've already figured everything out. She unrolled a map. Look here, this is Yan Yuan Pass, where the Northern Marquis always stationed himself. He kept the Northern barbarians from entering. Now that he's betrayed us, they could enter through this pass, but they haven't. Which means, the betrayal wasn't planned long ago. It happened suddenly. He didn't even have time to take his own son with him. If he had come to the capital even once, you would have sent his son back with him without question. But he also knew, you're emotional, and because of childhood friendship, you'd never harm his boy. So he sent people to retrieve his son quietly. And those people are these envoys, Wu Jia said. When you explain it like that, it makes sense. Right now, the Northern Marquis's son is with us, that's why he hasn't acted. Cece said. He may pretend Wenming means nothing to him, but of course he cares. All of this is happening because of Wenming. Those envoys didn't come to negotiate, they came to kidnap their young master back, Wu Jia added. This plan is dangerous. Juhi rushed in. She said, have the barbarian envoys already entered the city? I want a full report, where they are, what they're doing. Juhi replied, 3 barbarian envoys have entered our land, and they're not following any diplomatic protocol. Instead of reporting to the palace, they went straight to the Qinghua brothel, the girls gasped. They went to a brothel? Cece said. Now everything makes sense. Empress, come with me. We'll settle everything once and for all. Meanwhile, when Ming arrived at the brothel to meet Ruoyan, some girls approached him. Young master, would you like to spend time with us? We know you came to see Ruoyan, but we're not that bad either. When Ming thought, for someone as innocent as me, this place is dangerous. I should find Ruoyan quickly and leave. Just as when Ming was about to go, a voice called from behind. The barbarian envoys had arrived, and immediately began causing trouble. One said, so this is the famous Qinghua brothel. I've heard a lot about it. Manager approached and asked politely, how may we serve you, honored guests? One envoy stepped forward. I heard you have beautiful women here. Send us your most beautiful one. Hurry up, we don't like waiting, manager said. Please come inside. I'll arrange everything. But she whispered to a servant, these men look dangerous. I doubt they'll pay a single coin. Go fetch the officials and the night squad quickly. Another barbarian said, Barter, don't forget our main goal. Barter replied, I haven't forgotten. But what's the harm in having a little fun first? He grabbed a girl named Gray. You look happy today. You'll serve me tonight. When Ming thought, their clothes look exactly like the barbarians I've heard horror stories about. This is bad. Another barbarian snapped, what are you staring at? My name is Barbarian Gogo. If you keep staring, I'll tear your eyes out and play marbles with them. When Ming responded, go wherever you want. Just don't bother me. I have nothing to do with this place. Talk to the manager. The barbarian laughed. Look how scared he is. Everyone from your dynasty is a coward. When Ming thought, I hope these men could tell me something about my father, but they're behaving like street thugs. Maybe this is just how barbarians act. Wait, the yin and yang pill has started its work. I need to hurry, or I won't be able to hold myself back. Yunyi was thinking, so that's why when Ming was acting so strange last time, in reality, he was hiding his secret manual. Meanwhile, when Ming was running and thinking, Ruoyan, where are you? You have to help me somehow. While running, he suddenly bumped into Ruoyan. Ruoyan snapped, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep crashing into me again and again? And control your little bird. If you don't, you may be a fake eunuch now, but soon you'll become a real one. When Ming replied, all of this is happening because of you. You don't know how hard my life has become because of you. This is the map of the Imperial Palace. Now give me the antidote. Ruoyan said, so you finished it. Good job. Here, take the pill. We can work together again in the future. When Ming thought, finally, I got my antidote. After today, I will never look at this troublesome girl again. But just then, someone opened the door and pushed him aside. The antidote slipped from his hand. Barter walked in and said, so you are the most beautiful girl in this brothel. When Ming thought, how did this wild beast end up here? Barter continued, I must say, you're even more beautiful than the rumors. Ruoyan said, guests, barging in like this really frightened my little heart. Manager whispered to her, Ruoyan, these men paid a lot of money. Treat them properly. Ruoyan thought, greedy fool, she'd sell herself for coins. I have to hide the defense map before anyone gets their hands on it. When Ming thought, because of this map, my antidote slipped away, Ruoyan said, please come in, guests. I'll bring drinks. Suddenly they heard a noise. Gogo said, is something under the bed? Ruoyan replied, there are too many rats lately, probably a rat. When Ming thought, good thing I've become more flexible than before, otherwise I wouldn't be able to hide properly. Ruoyan whispered, stay exactly where you are. If you weren't useful to me, you'd already be dead. Then she said aloud, enjoy your drinks, gentlemen. I'll dance for you. Outside, Yunyi was peeking in. He thought, just as I expected, the Wen family's cultivation technique and their secret pill, both are here. Inside, when Ming was trying desperately to grab the pill, just a little more, I can reach it. But suddenly a barbarian shouted, you think you can fool us? Ruoyan panicked, What happened, sir? Why are you angry? She feared they might have spotted Wenming. One barbarian said, someone is spying on us from behind the door. So this is how your brothel treats its guests? Gogo stepped forward. Let me see who the bastard is. I'll beat him senseless. But before he could touch the door, a sudden strike blasted him aside. Uni entered and said, my goal is right in front of me. I'll take it. Trash like you can't stop me. The barbarians laughed. Oh ho, an 8th rank martial artist? Looks like this dynasty sent us a little helper. Barter said, our enemies are just like us, except they underestimate us too much. Ignoring them, Uni grabbed the pill and the map. Finally, I found you. With the One family's secret technique, I can regrow any part of my body. So restoring a tiny bird is nothing. Barter yelled, you think you can attack us and run? Now that you've struck us, you're not getting away alive. Uni growled, anyone who stands between me, my bird, and my technique, will die. He launched attacks at Barter. Inside, Wenming was struggling. My little bird also needs to fly soon, but with all this chaos, I can't do anything, not even take the antidote. Uni struck Barter again, seizing the pill and map, but another barbarian punched him. Uni grabbed the man's arm and said, all of you together still can't defeat me. In the chaos, the pill rolled closer, almost reaching Wenming. Barter stepped forward. Your skills are good, but you're not fast. And what's this nonsense about regrowing? Uni roared, you could never understand my pain. You haven't suffered what I have. Now witness my true agony. He used his technique, Almighty Push, blasting everyone backward. Ruoyan shouted, you bastard. Why are you attacking me? I'm not even involved. She was badly injured in the blast. Uni thought, only a 9th level martial artist can use this attack, and I wasted too much energy. I must leave. He grabbed the pill and map and escaped. Barter yelled, you won't escape that easily. He attacked with his moon slash, but just then Cece and her group arrived. Cece shouted, how dare you attack citizens of our country? Barbarians, stay in your place. Inside, Ruoyan was dazed. What is wrong with everyone today? They stole the map Wenming brought, and that old man used me as a shield. My whole body is injured now. Just then, Wenming grabbed her. Ruoyan said, he's completely out of his senses. The poison has fully taken effect on him. Outside, Barter was thinking, this aura, that means this girl is Empress Wu Jia. Another barbarian said, be careful. These might be the people who sent that assassin. Barter snapped, why are you so scared? Do you really think I can't defeat them? But in the next instant, Wu Jia suddenly appeared behind them. They were shocked. How did she do that? She moved so fast we didn't even see her. Wu Jia commanded, martial guards, advance. Surround the entire Qinghua brothel. Not even an ant should be able to escape. Barter was confused. What are they doing? Wu Jia told Cece, Cece, I trusted you and took a huge risk coming here. If we don't find Wenming, I might be questioned in court tomorrow. Cece replied, don't worry. I'm sure Wenming came here to meet the envoy. If he did, everything will finally be clear. Barter growled, where do you think you're going? Weren't you here to take care of us? Wu Jia said, watch them. We don't have time to waste. Cece added, we already know barbarians are crazy. Who knows how they were fighting before we arrived? Wu Jia said, they look so ordinary that I didn't even think they were envoys. Even our commoners dress better than them. Then she told the guards, I don't have time to waste on these fools. Take them to the palace and give them a room to rest. Barter, grinding his teeth, thought, we've never been humiliated like this. First they sent assassins after us, and now they completely ignore us. Fine, be as arrogant as you want. Your short little lives will end soon enough. Another barbarian whispered, Barter, control your anger. If you try anything, that girl will cut you in half. She's a 9th rank empress, we can't beat her. Barter sighed, fine. Let's go, Cece said. Weren't they acting strange though? Wu Jia replied, they were full of killing intent toward me. But once they sensed my power, they backed off. They didn't dare do anything. Cece laughed, you're amazing. Honestly, you could defeat them all with one hand tied. But why didn't you? They tried to release killing intent on you. That's a major crime. Wu Jia said calmly, because the killing intent of ants means nothing to a dragon. Besides, we came here for Wenming, not to deal with trash. Cece said, you're right. Let's hurry and check if Wenming is here. Inside, Cece began inspecting every room. Leave nothing unchecked. Drag everyone outside if you must. Wu Jia quickly headed toward Ruoyan's room. She whispered, Wenming, I trust you. Please don't break that trust. Inside Ruoyan's room, Wenming was waking up as the drug's effects wore off. That medicine was insanely strong. I passed out at the end. He checked himself. At least the effect is gone. Now I can continue pretending to be a eunuch. Then he placed his hand on something soft. Huh, what is this? Why is it squishy? He lifted the quilt. Ruoyan was underneath it. When Ming panicked, this can't be real. I must be imagining things. He checked again. It was Ruoyan. What are you doing here? Ruoyan glared. You shameless bastard. After doing everything, you pretend nothing happened? I was a saintess of the heavenly sect. Because of some useless fake eunuch like you, I lost my purity. When Ming protested, why are you acting like it was all my fault? First of all, whatever happened was because of your drug. Second, you are far stronger than me. Even drunk, you could beat me easily. Ruoyan snapped. I couldn't fight because I was badly injured by the almighty push. I didn't even have the strength to stop you. She thought, no one in the sect knows what happened between us. If I kill this fake eunuch now, his secret will die with him. When Ming grabbed her wrist, she shouted, what are you doing? I didn't even do anything yet. Why are you grabbing me? When Ming said, I clearly heard you thinking about killing me. Ruoyan froze. He can hear my thoughts? Then all the legends about saintess are real. When Ming added, I can hear everything, actually. So tell me, what legend were you talking about? Ruoyan sighed. You should know you just hit the jackpot. Our heavenly sect saintess cultivate a dual practice technique, which allows them to share their power with their husband. Power, thoughts, everything. When Ming's eyes widened. So that's why I suddenly feel much stronger. This is your strength flowing through me. He smirked. With this power, even the royal guards of the capital can't stop me. I'll go join my father. Ruoyan shouted, stop right there. She stomped her foot, and when Ming felt the pain in his own leg. Ow, why does my leg hurt? Ruoyan said, you didn't think you'd get power without consequences, did you? Our bodies and minds are now linked. My power is your power. My pain is your pain. Since you share my strength, you must also share my mission. When Ming asked, and what if I refuse? Ruoyan lifted a dagger. Then I will kill myself, and you know exactly what happens to you after that. I already lost my purity. If I fail my sex mission too, I have no reason to live. If you refuse to help me, we both will die. When Ming panicked, wait, why are you so desperate to die? Listen, you know my father is a powerful marquis. He's already stationed outside the country. If we join forces with him, we can conquer this nation. Your mission will be complete, and my goals too. Ruoyan shook her head. No, you must stay in the palace as a spy. When Ming asked, but why? Ruoyan replied, even if the northern marquis becomes emperor, what difference does it make? He'll still run the same corrupt system Wu Jia uses. Our heavenly sect wants to destroy this system, and bring equality to the world. When Ming was shocked, so you want to bring modern ideas to this era? How is that even possible? Ruoyan explained, you know about the dragon vein, right? When this dynasty was founded, the ancestors of this royal clan sealed a true dragon. Over time, that dragon turned into a dragon vein. Using the power of that dragon vein, the Wu clan expanded their tiny territory into a massive empire. At first, the empire was prosperous. But now, it has become greedy and oppressive, and the people are suffering. No one can resist the clan because they still possess the dragon vein. No one can match their power. That's why our mission is to find the dragon vein and destroy it. When Ming was shocked, her mission is insanely dangerous. Why does this plot feel like something I've read in a novel before? Ruoyan noticed his reaction. What are you thinking? When Ming replied, nothing. Just, remembered a novel. Ruoyan continued, remember, now you must stay extremely focused. You're sharing my power, which means you share my responsibility too. You must bring justice to the people. When Ming said, all right, I'll put my whole life into finding the dragon vein. Blushing, Ruoyan added, and yes, because you dual cultivated with me, my sect mark must have appeared somewhere on your body. Hide it carefully. If anyone sees it, you'll be caught immediately. When Ming panicked, a mark appeared on my body too? I'm already hiding one thing. How am I supposed to hide this too? Then he looked down and saw the mark had appeared on his little elephant. When Ming sighed, well, nothing to be scared of. If anyone sees my little elephant, I'll be dead anyway. Honestly, my life is getting weirder every day. Why do strange things only happen to me? Ruoyan said, and one more thing, be careful while searching for the dragon vein. When Ming replied, why do I feel like you're worried about me? Ruoyan snapped, idiot. If you die, then I die too. When Ming said, fine, fine. I'll be careful and make sure nothing happens to you. Ruoyan nodded, good. Go now. But in her mind, she thought, this idiot doesn't even realize that I truly care about him. As when Ming stepped outside, he whispered, she called me an idiot, but doesn't know I can hear all her thoughts. Later that night, when Ming easily sneaked into the palace. When Ming thought, with martial arts, Getting into the palace is so easy now. Ruoyan warned him, don't get arrogant just because you have new powers. You got them for the mission. When Ming said, yes, I know, but you also know that the mission you gave me won't be completed quickly. I grew up in the palace, with the Empress's family. Even as part of their household, I have never heard them speak of a dragon vein. That's how secretive it is. Ruoyan replied, listen, you only have 1 month to complete this mission. When Ming complained, it's easy to say, but impossible to do. I don't even know whether the dragon vein is here, or somewhere outside. What if it's hidden inside the walls, or inside that well, or in the palace gardens? Then, seeing some cats, he apologized. Sorry, I disturbed you, but one of the cats suddenly attacked him. Meanwhile, we see Cece, extremely worried. Cece said, I'm not suspicious anymore. I'm sure Wen Ming is hiding something from all of us. But no matter how much I try, I can't catch him red-handed. Then she spotted Wen Ming. Cece thought, what is he doing here so late at night? Let's quietly follow him, and find out what's inside that head of his. After following him for a long time, she saw Wen Ming simply return home. Cece thought, I expected him to escape through some secret tunnel, but he just came straight home. Did he notice me earlier? Inside, Wen Ming undressed and sighed, thank goodness that pink-haired witch isn't here. Because of her, I can't even bathe properly. Honestly, the best part of the day is soaking in warm water. Ruoyan scolded him, why are you being so lazy? You haven't even started searching for the dragon vein. Wen Ming replied, you have no idea how much I've already worked. I've checked every blade of grass around here, and I'm only a small servant. I can't go everywhere freely. Ruoyan said, you won't find anything by wandering randomly. The Empress is the only one who can give you a clue. Wen Ming smirked, I'll handle her my own way. Hearing this, Cece, outside the room, thought, what does he mean by handle her? If only Wu Jiao were here, we'd catch him red-handed. Ruoyan said, I trust you, but here, take this as motivation. Get ready to feel a little pain. Wen Ming panicked, crazy girl, what are you doing? Hurting yourself won't help. Ruoyan replied, it won't help me, but it will remind you what will happen if you get lazy or careless. Outside, Cece wondered, why did he suddenly go silent? Then Wen Ming suddenly jumped out of the bath, and fell right on top of Cece. Wen Ming thought, she's been following me this whole time. She's way too suspicious of me. Before she discovers anything, I need to get out of here. Cece opened her eyes and yelled, Wen Ming, are you out of your mind? Just then, Wen Ming splashed water on Cece and shouted, my mind isn't dirty, your intentions are. Because of girls like you, even taking a bath has become difficult for me, Cece yelled, you threw dirty water on my face. Meanwhile, Wen Ming used this distraction to quickly put on his pants. Cece grabbed his arm and said, today you won't escape. You've fooled me enough. You ruined my reputation in front of everyone. I'm catching you today, no matter what. But instead of catching Wen Ming, she accidentally grabbed a mushroom. Wen Ming thought, what is she even holding? I need to escape somehow. Scene shifts to the envoy's guest room, Barter said. The Wu dynasty's buildings really look incredible, but besides their architecture and beautiful women, everything else is trash. Even this cheap wine we're drinking is horrible, another barbarian replied. Remember, we didn't come here to drink. Barter snapped, I don't know anything else, but you certainly came here just to insult me. Can't you relax for a second? The Empress we're here to assassinate, she's extremely powerful. People don't call her clan dragons for nothing. When I saw her in person, I realized she could crush us like ants anytime she wanted. That's why I'm drinking, to calm my nerves. Barbarian said confidently, don't worry, we are not leaving without completing our mission. The Empress Wu Jiao will die, and she will die by our hands. Besides, we're not the only ones who want her dead. There's a sword hanging over this dynasty's neck. Barter asked, what do you mean? Just then, Huang Tianli appeared behind them. Barbarian said, Mr. Huang, aren't you with the prince? What brings you here? Huang Tianli replied, Barbarian's instincts are as sharp as always. Nothing escapes you. I came to inform you that the prince is fully prepared. We promise to complete our part of the mission. Just make sure that Mr. Khan does not forget his promise afterward. Barbarian said, of course. We never forget our promises. We only want one reason from you. Everything else you may keep. Tianli smirked. Good to know you still keep your word. Then we shall meet again after the banquet, when the Empress has left this world. Saying that, Tianli vanished. Barter muttered, the Wu dynasty people are cunning. General Khan warned us not to trust them blindly. Barbarian replied, Mr. Khan already knows everything. Funny thing is, the prince is using us, and Mr. Khan is using the prince. This game is going to be very entertaining. Meanwhile, Wen Ming finally escaped from Cece. Wen Ming thought, I barely survived today. If she had seen anything, everything would have been over for me. He told Cece, you don't know how hard it is for me to scrub my back. That's why I accidentally fell on you, Cece said. What were you hiding here? Don't lie. I clearly saw you trying to hide something. When Ming lied smoothly, I tied a brush to a wooden stick so I can scrub my back. I didn't want to show you my amazing invention, that's all, Cece replied. You can't hide such a great thing from your friend. I was about to take a bath too, so hurry up and give it to me. When Ming panicked internally, I don't even have a stick or a towel, how am I supposed to give her something that doesn't exist? Cece thought, he's definitely lying. I heard him talking about some mission earlier, and now he mentioned a brush and a towel, maybe his mission details are written on them. That's why he's so desperate to hide it. When Ming sensed danger, she's scheming again. Cece ordered, give me that hand brush right now. If you don't, I'll tell Wu Jia that you're clearly hiding something from me. When Ming realized he had only one option left, the ultimate technique, blood gun, he cut his own hand, and makes Cece faint. When Ming sighed, thank goodness I have Royan's powers now. Otherwise, I could never use blood guns so easily. But escaping from Cece came at a price. I lost way too much blood. I wonder if I can even recover from this. Scene shifts to Qinghua House. Manager introduced someone, Ruoyan. This is our special guest today, Boss Chen. Treat him well. Ruoyan smiled. Don't worry, ma'am. I will take good care of him. What would you like to drink, Mr. Chen? Chen flirted. If it's served by you, I'd even drink poison. Wine is nothing. At that moment, Ruoyan suddenly felt a sharp pain in her hand, because when Ming had cut himself, reflexively, she spilled the wine all over Boss Chen. The manager shouted, Ruoyan, you can't humiliate Boss Chen like that. Ruoyan argued, it's not my fault, it's that idiot eunuch. Boss Chen wiped his face and said calmly, interesting, Miss Ruoyan, you have sharp eyes. How did you know I am a eunuch? If you have a eunuch working under you, could you send him to me? Back to when Ming, sneezing, he muttered, I got caught up in this mess for too long. I'm definitely getting a cold. But after searching Cece's things, I found something extremely useful. It might help me a lot in the future. 3 days later, a grand banquet was arranged to welcome visiting guests. In the imperial kitchen, everyone was busy preparing food. Yuni shouted, nothing must go wrong today. This is an important peace meeting between two countries. Just then, Yuni's eyes landed on Wen Ming. While eating, Wen Ming thought, Cece keeps coming over and stuffing food into my mouth. But finally, after so many days, I get to eat something good. Just then, Yuni walked over and asked, Godson, is the work done? When Ming replied, Godfather, the food tasting is about to finish. After that, I'll go help with the banquet. Yuni said proudly, you're always number one at your job. By the way, we're short on servers. Can you help with the serving? As when Ming stepped forward to serve, Yuni secretly slipped poison into one of the dishes. Yuni said, I personally tasted this dish, so make sure it is served to the Empress. In his mind, Yuni thought, this empire has wronged me. Now I will take this entire empire for myself. Scene shifts to the banquet hall. All preparations for the grand banquet were complete. Shindu noticed Wen Ming and said angrily, Dad, what is that idiot Wen Ming doing here? Can I confront him in front of the Empress? Boca scolded him, you fool. 2 empires are meeting peacefully, and you want to ruin your image because of him? Sit down. Meanwhile, Wen Ming was barely awake. I didn't sleep enough, and now they've made me stand here even though I'm exhausted. Cece, watching him from a distance, thought, he's acting weird, definitely planning to meet someone secretly. This time I'll catch him red-handed. When Ming felt someone staring at him, but when he turned around, no one was there. He wondered, is someone thinking about me? Ruoyan answered in his mind, yes, I am thinking about you. You're being lazy again. You still haven't found the dragon vein. When Ming whispered, I'm trying, but the problem is, I haven't found a single clue. Ruoyan shouted, you must find it, or I'll tell the Empress that you're a fake eunuch, then your bird will be gone. When Ming panicked and said, I must have offended some goddess in my past life, that's why all the girls in this life are after me, Cece thought, he's definitely hiding something. He can fool everyone, but he can't fool me. Tonight, I'll expose him. Wu Jiao watched Cece and thought, I've never seen Cece get this close to anyone. She doesn't realize it, but I can guarantee, she really likes Wen Ming. Yuni announced, Empress, all preparations are done. Shall we begin the banquet? Wu Jia said, yes, begin. Yuni announced loudly, everyone, salute the Empress. She has arrived. Barter, staring at the food, whispered, my mouth is watering, they made us wait so long. Finally, I can eat, Boca said. These barbarians don't even know how to eat properly. Look, he's eating like a wild boar. Another minister said. Yes, Minister of Rights, you are absolutely correct. Barbarian whispered. Barter, you remember our plan, right? I am beginning it now. He stood up and declared. I've heard much about the Wu Empire. People say that if other empires are smart, the Wu Empire is deadly smart. The word smart was added to the dictionary after seeing your people. We brought a challenge for you today. Let's see if you can solve it. The ministers laughed. The barbarians brought us a puzzle? Do they even know how to read and write? This will be easy. Barter smirked. The ministers seemed confident. All right, let's begin, Wu Jia said. The Wu dynasty fears nothing. We are ready for any challenge. Barbarian said. Good. Then here is the riddle. There is a mountain with no stones, a river with no water, a road no one walks on, and a city with no people. What is it? The ministers were stunned. A mountain without stones? Impossible. A minister suddenly stood up and said, I know. It's a desert. Large, but no water. Paths exist, but no one walks. Sand dunes are like mountains, without stones. Barbarian shook his head. No. Wrong answer. Another minister tried. Then it must be a forest. Barbarian said. Wrong again. Soon the entire hall murmured. If it's not a desert, not a forest, then what is it? Maybe they don't have an answer at all. When Ming muttered from the side, over smart idiots, this riddle is for 4th graders. The answer is simple, a map, Cece exclaimed. Yes, that's correct. You may look stupid, but you're not. The hall went silent. Barbarian's expression soured. Oh, weren't all of you supposed to be geniuses? Why couldn't you solve one riddle? Cece stepped forward dramatically and said. The real genius wasn't here yet, that's why no one found the answer. The answer is map. The ministers shouted. What nonsense! Who let this dumb girl speak? How dare she interrupt? Barbarian stood and said. Don't shout at her. You fools couldn't answer my riddle. She gave the correct answer, Cece said proudly. See? I told you, I'm a genius. When Ming muttered, yes, a genius at taking credit for other people's answers. But at least she has everyone's attention now. Perfect chance for me to slip away unnoticed. Barbarian said, you solved one riddle, but can you solve 2? Or more? Cece smirked. Not 2, bring 200, and I'll solve them in 5 minutes. Barbarian grinned. I hope your confidence lasts. Barter, show them the next riddle. Barter opened a scroll. Cece stared in shock. What language is this? I've never seen this language before. The ministers murmured. We've never seen it either. I think the Western tribe used something like this. Boca pushed forward. Let me see. I am a master of literature. I'll figure it out within minutes. But after some time, he was sweating. Barbarian laughed loudly. What happened? Cat got your tongue? So many famous scholars here, yet none of you know the answer. Cece said confidently. I'm here, I'll answer it. Barbarian replied. Good. I'm ready for your answer. When Ming looked at the question and thought, this is written in English. How do these barbarians even know English? Ruoyan said in his mind. So, you can read foreign scripts? When Ming whispered, don't suddenly talk like that. You scared me. Ruoyan sighed. I thought you were a big idiot, but I guess you still have a few secrets after all. Barbarian mocked. If you can't understand it, just admit it. I always heard that the Wu dynasty people were very smart, but clearly, that was a lie. Cece snapped. Baldy, shut your mouth. How can I think when you keep shouting? She stared at the symbols. What are these? Master taught me many things, but never this. Then she paused. Wait. When Ming solved the previous riddle, he must know this one too. She shouted, When Ming, get over here right now. You can't run away. You solved the first riddle, you'll solve this one too. When Ming protested, but last time I just guessed. Cece cut him off. Empress. When Ming says he can answer this. When Ming shouted, when did I say that? Chindu sneered, how can a lowly eunuch answer it? Boca said, if he wants to answer, let him. If he fails, we'll punish him for speaking out of turn. Cece thought, if Wen Ming is working with the barbarians, he must know their answers. Wu Jia asked, Wen Ming, are you confident you can answer this? Wen Ming thought, for you, I can do anything. This question is nothing. Chindu taunted, what happened, eunuch? Don't understand? Kneel and apologize for wasting everyone's time. Wen Ming replied, my brain isn't as tiny as yours. I can solve this question. Chindu said, fine, if you solve it, I'll call you grandpa in front of everyone. Boca scolded, don't say whatever you want. You are a minister's son. Chindu insisted, father, I'm certain he can't answer it. I studied with him since childhood. If he hadn't cheated off me, he would have never passed first grade. If I don't know the answer, there's no way he does. Wen Ming said calmly, this is a Western poem, written in English. People behind him murmured, did he just say, English? Chindu thought nervously, he looks too confident. Did he actually get it right? Wen Ming thought, I studied English properly in my last life, so I already know this. He explained, this is a word puzzle. If you look carefully, the answer is the letter E. The ministers were shocked. What kind of stupid answer is this? We've never heard such nonsense. Chindu shouted, Your Majesty, he is wasting the court's time. Punish him. But Barter said, how can a young eunuch know such advanced knowledge? Yet, everything he said is correct. Chindu stuttered. What do you mean? Another barbarian stepped forward. He means that E is the correct answer. The ministers murmured among themselves. We thought the one family boy was useless, but clearly, we misjudged him. Wen Ming smirked, So Jindu, fulfill your promise. Jindu panicked, Father, what do I do? Boka growled, You dug the hole, now fall into it yourself. Jindu hung his head and said loudly, Hello, Grandpa. Wen Ming beamed, That's right, I am your grandpa. My useless son and useless grandson are nothing like me. They're complete donkeys. Wu Jia thought, Wen Ming, how many secrets are you hiding? We grew up together, yet even I didn't know you could read English. Yuni thought, finally, she ate it. Cici also thought, that was an extremely difficult puzzle. Now I'm fully convinced, Wen Ming and the barbarians are working together. There's no way he solved that alone. A barbarian said, I must admit, this empire hides many surprises. Little brother, you've impressed us. Now only one puzzle remains. Answer it correctly, and the future of both nations will be secured. Barter held a box and said, Your Majesty, this final riddle is extremely important. That's why I want to present it personally. The ministers snapped. What nonsense is this? How dare a lowly barbarian approach our empress? Cici fired back. Our empress is indeed great, but Wen Ming is capable enough to solve any question you give him. Wen Ming groaned. Why do you keep dragging me into this? If he wants to present something to the empress, why pull me along? Cici said, Because I know you can solve it. Then Wu Jia addressed the court. Please don't worry. It's just a question. If it concerns the future of our country, then I have no issue with looking at it. Wen Ming thought, something is wrong here. Something about barbarian feels dangerous. Ruoyan said, Of course it feels wrong. He's releasing killing intent. Wen Ming asked, Killing intent? What's that? And how did you sense it? Ruoyan replied, I fought many enemies during my training. I can recognize murderous intent instantly. Look at his eyes. He's planning something against the Empress. If you focus your powers, you'll see it too. Wen Ming concentrated, and saw a dark aura swirling around Barter. He panicked. Wu Jia is in danger. Ruoyan said, Calm down. The Empress is extremely strong. If that fool attacks, he will be the one to die. Worry about yourself. If you accidentally get caught in the fight, no one will be able to save you. Wen Ming asked, Why do I feel like you're very concerned about me? Ruoyan replied, Only because our mission isn't finished. If you die, who will find the dragon vein? Wu Jia said, Alright, let's see what this riddle is. But when Barter opened the box, he suddenly pulled out a dagger. For Lord Khan, you must die. Wen Ming shouted, he turned out to be an assassin. Ruoyan said, See? I told you. Cici added, Your Majesty, be careful. Barbarian said coldly, I won't let anyone reach the Empress. Today is her last day, so she will die alone. As he said this, he used smoke bombs. Wen Ming said, These people came here fully prepared. Wu Jia thought, if they wanted to kill me, they should have made a better plan. With such a cheap plan, they can't kill me. But then the poison began to take effect. No matter how hard she tried, Wu Jia couldn't move her body. Taking advantage of this, Barter slashed her shoulder. Stepping back, Wu Jia thought, My head is spinning, and my arms and legs have gone completely numb. Why can't I use my powers? Barter said mockingly, You were poisoned, yet you still dodged my attack. Is Lord Yun's poison really that weak? Yuni replied, She's a 9th grade cultivator. The poison won't work that fast. Wu Jia realized, the poison must have been mixed into the food. Yuni, I treated you so well, why did you betray us? Yuni said, Oh, so this is how you treated us? Just then, a soldier rushed forward to protect Wu Jia, but Yuni killed him instantly and said, Your Wu dynasty never treated me like a human. Because of that dynasty, I became what I am today. Moving forward, Barter said, Save your speech for later. We should kill her first. Yuni replied, You don't need to teach me. Both of them began attacking Wu Jia relentlessly. Yuni warned, Your Majesty, conserve your strength. The more energy you use, the faster the poison will spread. If you die by our hands, it'll be quick. But if the poison kills you, it'll be extremely painful. Wu Jia struggled to breathe and thought, Breathing has become very difficult, but I can't lose to them. With a burst of strength, she threw both attackers back. Barter said, anyone else would already be dead from this poison. How are you still standing? He threw a dagger at her. Wen Ming thought, so Wu Jia has been poisoned. That's why she can't fight properly. I can't just stand here and watch her die. I have to do something. Just then, Jindu rushed forward and caught the dagger mid-air. Jindu said confidently, cheap tricks won't work on me. I've lived among horses for years. You're not faster than me. If you want to touch the Empress, you'll have to get past me first. But Barter punched him away effortlessly. Barter sneered, how dare an insect like you talk so much? The one who could save the Empress is gone. Now it's your turn. At that moment, Cece arrived and kicked Barter away. Cece shouted, how dare you attack my friend? Yuni laughed, isn't this that crazy girl, who always sticks with Wen Ming? Does she really think she can handle us? They attacked Cece together. She struggled to block their attacks, and with a powerful strike, Yuni sent her flying backward. Cece said breathlessly, you were hiding your strength. Yuni replied calmly, not hiding. You could say I just broke through recently. Wu Jia thought, at this point, it's extremely hard for me to protect myself. Everyone who stays here will die for nothing. Cece has to get out, or they'll kill her too. I'm going to die anyway, at least let me save everyone before I do. Wu Jia released all her energy points. She said, I've temporarily sealed the poison, but it won't last long. Cece, go now. Bring the Imperial Guards immediately. Cece hesitated, but your Majesty, how will you handle this alone? Wu Jia replied firmly, that's an Imperial order, and take Wen Ming with you. Honestly, I've treated him terribly. Whenever I look into Wen Ming's eyes, I feel overwhelmed with guilt. If I can save him before I die, at least some of my guilt will be eased. Cece nodded. All right, I'm taking him with me. As they tried to leave, Barbarian blocked their path. He sneered, did you think you could leave to ask for help, and I'd let you go? This is a battlefield, not a playground. Cece thought, he's an 8th level martial artist. I can't defeat him. At that moment, Wu Jia kicked him aside and shouted, leave now. Cece yelled, Wen Ming, why are you still here? Get out, quickly. Wen Ming replied, you can call the Imperial Guards on your own. Go bring them, I have something to do first. Cece snapped, idiot. You'll die here. But with no time to argue, she left. Meanwhile, Yuni and Barter continued attacking Wu Jia. Wen Ming thought, if this continues, Wu Jia will definitely die. I can't watch her die in front of my eyes. He pleaded, Ruoyan, please help me. If we somehow defeat that barbarian, we can still win. Ruoyan replied coldly, why should I help you? If the Empress dies, our work becomes easier. Wen Ming argued, you have no idea what will happen if Wu Jia dies. Until now, corruption and power struggles were kept in check because of her. No one dared act openly. But once she's gone, all the powerful influencers will do whatever they want. Chaos will spread throughout the empire. Forget finding the dragon vein, just surviving will become difficult. But if we help save her, my respect in the palace will rise even more, and searching this place will become much easier for me. Ruoyan says, all right, I know you won't agree so easily. I can read your thoughts. I know how important the little Empress is to you. But remember this, I'm helping you here only because of the dragon vein. If it weren't for that, I would never do this. Wen Ming replies, yes, please help me just this once. On the other side, Barter attacks and says, Empress Wu Jia, you truly are an extraordinary talent. But unfortunately, because of this talent, you've turned even your own people into enemies. Don't become so perfect that you start hurting others' eyes. Wu Jia responds coldly, even if I die here, I'll take you both down with me. With a dragon push, she knocks both of them backward. Coughing up blood, Barter thinks, what is going on here? The poison should have already spread through her entire body. Breathing itself should be painful for her. Yet even in this condition, she's releasing such tremendous power. If she hadn't been poisoned, she would have killed both me and Yuni in under a minute. Because of overusing her power, Wu Jia's condition worsens. Standing up, Yuni says, I must admit, Empress, your martial talent is truly remarkable. If I hadn't broken through a few days ago, I wouldn't have been able to stand against you. Wu Jia thinks, his power presence has completely changed. He's clearly at the 9th rank now. She says, Yuni, you're just a eunuch. Why do you even want power? Yuni replies, that's true, I am a eunuch, but I won't remain one forever. Once I master my technique, I'll be able to regenerate any part of my body. And when that day comes, this throne will be mine. Suddenly, Wen Ming appears behind him and says, an old eunuch dreaming of becoming an emperor? That sounds ridiculous. That's exactly why you have to die here. He strikes Yuni with a powerful punch. Yuni shouts angrily, you bastard. Didn't you call me your godfather? Is this how you treat your godfather? Wen Ming replies bitterly, I don't know why, but everyone I accept as a father turns out to be a traitor. Just like my real father, you're a traitor too. Shocked, Wu Jia asks, Wen Ming, you know martial arts? Wen Ming says, we'll talk about that later. Right now, finishing off this bastard is what matters. Wu Jia warns, but he's at the 9th rank. Wen Ming responds calmly, you're right, but after being injured this badly, he can't use his full power. Just then, another attacker rushes in from behind. Wu Jia shouts, Wen Ming, be careful. Using the flame dance step, Wen Ming dodges the attack and sends the enemy flying with a single kick. He says, if you underestimate me, this is what happens. Wu Jia observes, Wen Ming, that move you just used. Wen Ming thinks, looks like I've been exposed. She recognized the heavenly sect technique. Wu Jia continues, your technique looked unusually refined, almost feminine. Wen Ming deflects, you shouldn't be focusing on things like that right now. Wu Jia thinks, Wen Ming's power level is only around the 6th rank. He's been with me since childhood. When did he learn all this? Meanwhile, Yuni launches another attack toward Wen Ming, but Wen Ming once again uses the flame dance step to block it. Enraged, Yuni keeps attacking relentlessly. Wen Ming mocks him, looks like these old bones don't have much strength left. That's why you can't catch me. Yuni's condition keeps deteriorating. Wen Ming warns, save your strength. If you keep releasing so much energy at once, your injuries will worsen. Turning toward the ministers, Wen Ming shouts, and you ministers, are you only good at talking big? The Empress's life is in danger, and you're just standing there watching. Help us now, or I'll make sure you're not even fit to be palace cleaners later. The ministers whisper among themselves, he's right. If we want to keep our positions, and earn some credit, we have to act. Wen Ming advances and declares, Yuni, you betrayed this nation. That was your biggest mistake. Yuni replies, I knew my plan wouldn't succeed this easily. That's why I brought this with me. The ministers gasp, what is that in his hand? A walnut? Is he seriously eating a walnut during a fight? Wen Ming scoffs, what's wrong, Yuni? Have you finally lost your mind? Yuni says calmly, the Yu family put in a lot of effort to bring me and Walnut together. But today, I'll have to sacrifice everything. He crushes the walnuts in his hand. Everyone starts murmuring in confusion. What kind of light is that? What did this eunuch hide inside Walnut? Stunned, Wen Ming blurts out, don't tell me, those are his balls? The ministers gasp in unison. His balls? But why would anyone carry something like that with them? Yuni calmly replies, you're absolutely right. They are mine. Ever since I became a eunuch, I've carefully preserved them. I continuously nourish them with my yin energy to keep them safe. I thought that when my little elephant returned one day, I could give heirs to him. Wen Ming thinks to himself, so he still hasn't recovered from the pain of becoming a eunuch. My friend, I understand your suffering, but displaying this kind of pain so openly might be a bit too much. Yuni says, the Yu family had preserved years upon years of accumulated energy within them. After storing such immense power for so long, we had come incredibly close to success. But it seems, if I want to protect the future of the family, I'll have to sacrifice them. Dying would be worse. I might as well become a eunuch emperor. As he crushes the balls, a terrifying surge of energy explodes outward. Yuni declares, no one will survive this. With this power, I'll destroy everyone. Wen Ming thinks, so this is the power of his balls. He's far stronger now, far beyond me. But at least the ministers are still here to help. He turns around, only to see that all the ministers have already fled. Wen Ming shouts, damn it, where did all of you run off to? Ruoyan yells, Wen Ming, watch out, he's attacking you. Yuni punches Wen Ming hard, shouting, boy, I'll kill you first. But surprisingly, the impact barely affects Wen Ming. He takes only minor damage and remains standing. Ruoyan says, this is really painful. Wu Jia asks anxiously, Wen Ming, are you okay? Wen Ming replies, don't worry at all. I can do anything to protect you. These small injuries are nothing. Ruoyan warns, be careful. He has become much stronger than before. Wen Ming adds, his speed has also increased a lot. I don't know how long we'll be able to hold him back. Yuni says mockingly, what happened? Why aren't you attacking? Let's see how long you can dodge my attacks. He suddenly moves very close to Wen Ming. While dodging, Wen Ming gets a small cut on his face. Wen Ming asks urgently, Ruoyan, tell me quickly, what should I do now? I know I can't defeat him, but how long can I stop him? Ruoyan replies, with my cultivation, you can last about 10 rounds against him. Wen Ming thinks to himself, 10 rounds is nothing. Everything depends on one person now. If they arrive on time, I'll survive. If not, I'm dead. Wu Jia says tearfully, Wen Ming, leave now. Yuni is too powerful. You can't face him. When Ming responds firmly, I'm not leaving. If you want to say something useful, because I won't listen to that. If I leave, what will happen to you? Crying, Wu Jia says, you're still exactly the same as you were in childhood. The scene shifts to 12 years earlier. A wolf attacks young Wu Jia and Wen Ming. Wu Jia shouts, Wen Ming, run. Don't worry about me. I can handle it. Wen Ming replies angrily, you're an idiot. Don't say things like that. If I leave, what will happen to you? Back in the present, Wu Jia cries, you're still the same, but I've become terrible. Forgive me. I treated you very badly. Even God won't forgive me. Yuni laughs, I have to admire your courage. Despite how badly this empress treated you, you're still standing by her side. If anyone else were in your place, they would have let her die. But now, you'll die too, because you're in my way. He grabs Wen Ming by the neck. Yuni continues, you've been dodging my attacks using speed. Can you still dodge now? Wen Ming thinks, I've used up most of my energy. I only have one attack left in mind, but it's almost useless against him. Still, I have to try. He punches behind Yuni's legs. Yuni scoffs, how did you even think that would work on me? Are you trying to insult me before you die? Wen Ming replies calmly, I know you've got nothing left. I saw you sacrifice your balls. I was just giving you something extra, something that'll give you explosive energy. He sticks a bomb onto Yuni. The explosion sends Wen Ming flying backward. Wu Jia cries out, Wen Ming, are you okay? What attack was that? It was incredibly powerful. Wen Ming answers, it's called chemistry. I can create many things with it. He thinks to himself, good thing I was good at science in my previous life. While searching for dragon veins, I found potassium nitrate and other materials, which helped me make a crude bomb. I planned to use it to escape, but I had to use it here. Seeing Yuni stand up again, Wen Ming was shocked. How is he still alive after such a huge explosion? Yuni roars, I'll kill everyone here. At that moment, Cece arrives shouting, Imperial Guards, fire. Arrows rain down, severely injuring Yuni. Wen Ming dodges a few arrows and mutters, crazy girl, at least aim properly. Cece asks urgently, Your Majesty, are you okay? Wu Jia replies weakly, I just feel very heavy. The ministers rush in shouting, Your Majesty, we've come to save you. Someone quickly call the royal physician. Cece snaps angrily, shut up. If any of you say another word of nonsense, I'll kill you right here. Checking Wu Jia, Cece says seriously, her meridians are in critical condition. The poison has started affecting her internal organs. Wen Ming thinks in shock, Wu Jia is going to die. Nearby, Yuni thinks bitterly, I was just one step away. How could I lose at the last moment? The scene shifts again, to the past, when Yuni left his village for the capital at age 20. He tells his mother confidently, don't worry, I'll pass the exam this time. Arriving in the capital, he thinks, this place is amazing, so different from my village. A man knocks him down with a horse and sneers, the road is for horses, trash should stay to the side. Yuni vows angrily, once I become an official, I won't spare you. On exam day, he thinks confidently, these questions aren't that hard. I studied properly. No one can stop me from passing. After the exam, he's 100% sure he passed. But when the results come out, everything changes. He has failed. In disbelief, he cries at night, I can't believe I failed. I studied so hard. How is this possible? From a nearby room, he hears voices congratulating someone Brother Wang for becoming an official. Wang sneered and said, why are you congratulating me? It's not like I passed the exam honestly. I just paid a small bribe and bought someone else's seat. These villagers think that if they study hard, they can become high-ranking officials. They don't know that all their hard work is actually done for us. Their names are written on the papers, but we are the ones who pass. What was the name of the man whose paper I replaced? Yuni, right? I must say, he was quite smart. He answered every single question. But how did this poor fool even dare to think that he could change his fate? When Yuni realized that the result of his years of hard work had been handed to someone else, someone who hadn't worked at all, but had money and connections, he was filled with rage. In his anger, he rushed to attack them directly. But before he could strike, Yuni noticed that the man was surrounded by many guards, and because of that, Yuni was easily defeated. Wang laughed and said, so you're Yuni? What an interesting coincidence that we've met. I would have killed you, but I'm in a good mood today, so I'll only break your third leg. Saying this, he brutally beat Yuni and left. Wang's friends asked, boss, are you really going to let him go? Wang replied, yes, I'm sparing him. How dare a poor man try to compete with the rich? I'll give him a punishment worse than death. His entire family will die because of him. When Yuni, exhausted and broken, finally returned home, he froze at the sight before him. His entire family had been slaughtered. Even though he knew exactly who was responsible, he could do nothing. Years of hard work had only led to the death of his family. At that time, he couldn't understand what he had done wrong. Was dreaming of a better life, despite being poor, really a crime? Only one thought remained in his mind. All of this happened because of the dynasty. If there had been no corruption, exam papers would never have been swapped, and his family would never have died so unjustly. That was why he abandoned his pride and joined the palace as a eunuch. Revenge was the only thing on his mind. He knew that as long as the Wu dynasty existed, corruption would never end. For the next 20 years, he slowly built his position in court, and took revenge on everyone who had wronged him. Just as his family had been destroyed, he showed no mercy to the families of others. Yet even after achieving revenge, and becoming a powerful official, he never felt whole. He was no longer a real man, just a powerful eunuch, who was still insignificant before the Wu dynasty. Then one day, he met Prince's envoy Huang Tianli. From that day onward, he began working against the empress. He worked tirelessly for years, but what was the result? Today, he lay dying here. From the side, Huang Tianli and another man watched everything unfold. One of them said coldly, "Uni was absolute trash. Even after doing all this, he still failed. But that guy, the one who knows English and understands gunpowder, that one is interesting." The ministers asked anxiously, "How is Her Majesty?" Cece replied, "She is severely injured. If my master were here, she could definitely save her. But my master lives far away. Even if she leaves immediately, it will take a long time to arrive. I'm afraid Her Majesty doesn't have that much time." When Ming thought to himself, "Is Wu Jiao really going to die?" Ruoyan spoke up, "I can save her." When Ming asked, "Why would you do that?" Ruoyan replied, "You were right. If Wu Jia dies, Barbarian and the prince will rule the capital. If they take over, life for ordinary people will become even worse, and it will also take us much longer to find the dragon vein. That's why saving her right now is extremely important. But remember, if I help save her, you must help me find the dragon vein." When Ming nodded, "I promise I will," Cece said urgently. When Ming, "Take someone with you, and inform my master about Her Majesty's condition." When Ming replied, "We don't have time for that," Cece frowned. "What do you mean?" When Ming said calmly, "I mean, I can save Wu Jia," Cece snapped. "Have you lost your mind? Is this the time to joke? Her condition is extremely serious. Every minute matters. Only my master can save her. You don't have any medical skills. How could you possibly save her?" When Ming replied firmly, "Do I look like I'm joking? If I say I can save her, there's a reason. Trust me. In this entire kingdom, I'm the only one who can save her." The ministers scoffed. "We know what you're trying to do. We've known you since childhood. You're useless. You can't even treat a minor wound, let alone someone in Her Majesty's condition. You're just trying to waste time, so that Cece's master arrives too late, and Her Majesty dies." When Ming shouted angrily, "Shut your mouths. I'm not in the mood to listen to nonsense. If any of you say another word, not only will the Empress die, you all will too." He turned to Cece. "Tell me this, can Her Majesty survive until your master arrives? If yes, I'll go get her immediately. If not, then let me do what I'm about to do." Cece hesitated. "What should I do? Should I trust Wen Ming?" Wen Ming had many secrets, powers no one knew about. Everyone called him useless, yet he had held back the assassins for so long. If he hadn't been here, Her Majesty would already be dead. If he went this far to protect her, then he must not be lying. Finally, she decided, "I can trust Wen Ming." Cece says, "All right, I trust you. Please don't break my trust, Wen Ming." Wen Ming says, "Lift Wu Jia and place her inside the room. Her treatment will be done there." After bringing Wu Jia into the room, Cece asks, "Wen Ming, are you sure you can save Wu Jia?" The enemies used an extremely dangerous poison on her, one that couldn't be detected in food. Wu Jia couldn't defend herself against it. Even the royal physician knows nothing about this poison. Wen Ming replies, "You know that if I make even a single mistake here, I'll be the first one to die. If I didn't have confidence in myself, why would I even come here? We can't talk anymore. Wu Jia's condition is getting worse. We must treat her immediately." Cece asks, "What do you need for the treatment?" "I'll arrange everything right away." Wen Ming says, "I need a silver needle, a stool, some warm water, a clean towel soaked in medicine, and finally a small knife. That will be enough to treat Wu Jia." Cece replies, "All right, I understand. I'll bring everything in 2 minutes. Until then, prepare whatever you need." Soon, Cece returns with all the items Wen Ming asked for. Wen Ming says, "Cece, help Wu Jia sit up. You'll need to follow my instructions exactly. Help her rest according to what I say." Cece replies, "Okay, No problem. When Ming then removes Wu Jia's sleeves, Cece immediately warns him, "What are you doing? If you try anything inappropriate in the name of treatment, I'll kill you right here." When Ming snaps back, "Don't be stupid. I'm treating her. Just let me do what I need to do," Cece says. "How can I allow this? You'll see everything, and I won't let that happen." When Ming responds, "If you want, I can guide you, and you can do it yourself. But acupuncture requires extreme care. Even a small mistake could be fatal for Wu Jia. Our argument doesn't matter, her life does. So decide quickly," Cece replies. "Fine. Hurry up. I'm watching you closely. If I feel you're doing anything wrong, I'll kill you instantly." When Ming says, "All right, let me work." As when Ming begins the treatment, he notices a scar on Wu Jia's back. He thinks to himself, "This goes back to our childhood. When we were playing in the forest, a wolf attacked me. Wu Jia stepped in to save me. That scar is still on her body." He realizes how much Wu Jia has done for him since childhood. When his entire family abandoned him, Wu Jia was the only family he had. Hearing this, Ruoyan feels a little sad but says nothing. Ruoyan instructs, "Focus carefully. Insert the needles exactly where I tell you. You must work quickly and calmly." When Ming replies, "All right, tell me what to do." Following Ruoyan's guidance, he inserts the needles correctly. When Ming thinks, the first step is complete. "Now for the next," he says. "Cece, bring me a clean knife." Using the needles, I've transferred all the poison to her right foot. Now we just need to remove it. Cece heats the knife slightly, and makes a small cut on Wu Jia's foot, allowing the poison to start flowing out. When Ming says, "This is too slow. At this rate, it'll take too long for the poison to come out," Cece thinks, the poison is actually coming out. When Ming has done something incredible again, something no one else could do. He wasn't lying. He really can save the Empress. She remembers how he fought alone to protect the Empress, without caring about his own life, and now he's risking himself again during treatment. She realizes she misunderstood him. He isn't a spy. If he were, he would have let Wu Jia die. But he didn't. Suddenly, the poison stops flowing. Cece says, "When Ming, look, what's happening? Why has the poison stopped coming out?" At that moment, when Ming asked Ruoyan, "What can I do to save Wu Jia?" Ruoyan explained, "The poison has stayed inside Wu Jia's body for a long time. Because of that, blood clots have formed in her veins. Making a safety cut won't help anymore. You'll have to suck the poison out with your mouth. But remember, this method is very risky. You must draw the poison out slowly. If even a little poison enters your body, it could be fatal. Are you ready to take such a huge risk?" When Ming replied without hesitation, "I'm ready to give my life to save Wu Jia. This isn't difficult for me." Ruoyan nodded. "All right. Then start sucking out the poison. While doing so, keep transferring your internal energy into her body." When Ming thought nervously, it sounded easy to say, but it's much harder to do. Seeing him freeze, Cece asked anxiously, "What's wrong? Why are you standing there like a statue? Don't tell me, you don't know how to remove poison." When Ming replied, "No, that's not it. The blood inside Wu Jia's body has coagulated, because the poison has settled deep inside her. That's why cutting her skin won't work." Cece panicked. "Then tell us quickly, what do we do? If the poison doesn't come out, things could turn very bad. There has to be a way to save her." When Ming thought, "There is a way, but I can't say it out loud." But at this point, Ruoyan's method is the only option left. When Ming said carefully, "Don't panic. I have another method, but it requires touching Wu Jia. Promise me you won't accuse me of anything afterward," Cece demanded. "What method are you talking about?" When Ming took a deep breath, "I'll pull the poison out of Wu Jia's body, with my mouth." Cece was shocked. "What? Absolutely not. If you suck out the poison, it could affect you too. And besides, the Empress's body is sacred. I can't allow anyone to touch her like that." At that moment, Wu Jia began coughing up blood. When Ming thought, her condition is getting worse, Ruoyan said coldly, "I've already told you the method. If you want to waste time arguing, go ahead, but don't blame me later." When Ming sat down and said firmly, "Cece, if you think I'm doing something wrong, you can punish me later. But I can't delay anymore. I don't have the courage to watch Wu Jia die." "Maybe you do. If the poison reaches her heart, no doctor in the world will be able to save her." With that, when Ming began the procedure, Cece watched, embarrassed and shaken. He's really sucking the poison out, to save Wu Jia's life, when Ming didn't care about his own at all. To be honest, I used the excuse of Wu Jia's body earlier, but deep down, I didn't want anything to happen to Wen Ming either. This is extremely dangerous for him too. Watching him, Cece realized something painful. I was completely wrong about Wen Ming. What he's doing for Wu Jia, I could never do that. I doubted him so many times. Even when Wu Jia trusted him, I still ruined his life. I regret it so much. I treated a truly good man terribly. At least, once everything is over, I'll apologize to him properly. Meanwhile, as Wen Ming continued extracting the poison, his own condition began to worsen. Ruoyan scolded him, "You idiot. I told you to do it slowly. Because of your impatience, the poison has started affecting you too. If my own life weren't at stake, I'd let you die. But to save myself, I have to save you as well." Wen Ming said weakly, "Cece, dress Wu Jia's wound. I'll remove the needles." After pulling out the needles, Wen Ming sighed, "It's finally done." At that moment, Wu Jia leaned toward him and said softly, "Wen Ming, my legs hurt." Cece panicked. "Wen Ming, what is she saying? Is she okay?" Wen Ming reassured her, "Yes, she's completely fine. Earlier, the poison numbed her body, so she couldn't feel anything. Now that the poison is gone, she can feel the pain from the needles. I've done everything I needed to do. The poison has been completely removed from her body. Now the rest is up to you. I'm exhausted. I need to rest. If you need anything, call me." 3 days later, the royal physician examined Wu Jia and exclaimed, "How is this possible? Even a fever doesn't disappear this quickly. In just 3 days, your body has fully recovered from the poison. Your pulse shows no trace of poisoning at all. Your Highness, may I ask, what method did Wen Ming use to save you? I've never even heard of such a technique." Cece scoffed. "Do you know what people like you are called?" The royal physician replied proudly, "Yes, people call me a great doctor." Cece snapped, "Wrong. You're nothing but a hypocrite. When Wen Ming was treating Wu Jia, you said his technique was useless. You even claimed his method might kill her. But now that she's fully healed, you want to know his method? Even a chameleon doesn't change colors as fast as you do." Wu Jia said coldly, "So that means you question Wen Ming when I was unconscious? Royal physician, what do you have to say now? When Wen Ming saved me, you tried to stop him. If he hadn't taken full responsibility, I wouldn't be standing here today. Tell me, what punishment do you deserve?" The royal physician immediately fell to his knees. "Your Majesty, please forgive me. I was extremely anxious about your safety, and my judgment was clouded." Wu Jia said, "Cece, give the royal physician whatever punishment you think is appropriate." Cece replied coldly, "Looking at you, it seems you studied secretly behind the academy. Go back and study properly for another 10 years. Until then, your title of royal physician is revoked." Panicking, the physician said, "Yes, I'll study properly from now on." Cece then said to Wu Jia, "Don't let these idiots ruin your mood. You've just recovered. Getting angry is bad for your health." Wu Jia asked, "Cece, how exactly did Wen Ming heal me? Honestly, I didn't even know he had such incredible healing techniques." Cece replied, "Your Majesty, it's a very long story. And to be honest, it'll sound quite strange." Wu Jia said calmly, "You're really bad at making excuses. I can handle the truth. Tell me what happened. Besides, if Wen Ming was involved, I trust that nothing bad happened." Cece hesitated, then said, "Wen Ming sucked the poison out of your body." With his mouth, blushing, Wu Jia asked in shock, "Did Wen Ming really remove the poison himself? Wait, did the poison affect him? That was extremely dangerous. I need to check on him." Cece quickly said, "No, Your Majesty, you need to rest. You woke up just an hour ago. If you start running around now, your body won't recover properly. Wen Ming is fine. Yes, he was very exhausted while removing the poison, but he said himself that he's completely okay now. You rest here. I'll go check on him myself. I'll report back to you in 2 minutes." Wu Jia nodded. "If he's not well, take personal care of him." She then thought to herself, "I pray that nothing happens to Wen Ming. He's already suffered enough in this lifetime. If anything else happens to him, I won't be able to handle it." Cece entered the kitchen, thinking, "I doubted Wen Ming until the very end. If I go and apologize directly, it'll feel awkward. I'll do this instead. I'll cook something special for him with my own hands. That way, I can apologize naturally." "Wen Ming, you're really lucky. The greatest genius in the world is cooking for you personally. You're the first person ever to eat my handmade food." But when she looked around, she realized all the spices were gone. "There's nothing left. What am I supposed to cook with?" Then she remembered a very special spice her master had given her. Her master had said, "Only use this spice for people who are truly special. It greatly increases the other person's power." Cece thought, "Well, Wen Ming isn't really that special, and it's not like I like him or anything, but he helped me so much, so I guess I can use it for him. Besides, Master said it increases power. Helping him recover right now wouldn't hurt." On the other side, Wen Ming was lying in pain. I've been sleeping for 3 straight days, but the pain inside my body just won't stop. It feels like all my bones are breakdancing. Just then, Ruoyan shouted, "Stop acting. I've been watching you slack off for 3 days. Get up right now, and go find the dragon vein. If you don't, it won't end well for you." When Ming replied lazily, "Ruoyan, what's the rush? What, do you think the dragon vein is going to fly away? Besides, I'm not feeling well. The poison's effects haven't even worn off yet." Ruoyan snapped, "I've never seen a bigger excuse maker than you. You only tasted a tiny bit of poison, and you're acting like this. Stop pretending. Get up and do something useful." Just then, Cece entered and said brightly, "Wen Ming, I made breakfast for you. After eating it, you'll fully recover." Wen Ming frowned. "Do you know that normal people knock before entering a room?" Cece replied smugly, "Rules don't apply to me. I'm not normal, I'm the greatest genius. Anyway, forget that. I cooked this for you. It's so delicious that it'll strengthen every bone in your body and completely eliminate the poison." Wen Ming thought nervously, "Are my ears working properly? Did she really say she cooked for me? There's no poison in this, right?" But the moment he saw the food, he panicked. Wen Ming said cautiously, This food is edible, right? I've never seen something this terrifying in my life." "Cece, I'm sorry. I'd love to eat your food, but I already ate earlier. I'm not hungry at all." Cece glared at him. "You're not hungry? A genius like me cooked for you like a maniac, and you already ate ordinary food? Do you even know how much effort I put into this? If you don't eat it, I'll get angry, and when I'm angry, I'll take it out on you. I just learned a new technique. I needed someone to practice on anyway. You're the perfect partner." Panicking, Wen Ming quickly said, "I didn't say I was full. Just because I ate earlier, doesn't mean I can't eat more. Not everyone gets the chance to eat food made by you. Whatever you cooked for me, I'll eat it." Inside, he thought, if I died from poison, that'd be fine. But if I die from eating this, that would be tragic. Who knows what strange thing she cooked? But as soon as Wen Ming took a bite, he was shocked. It actually tasted really good. Wen Ming thought to himself, from the outside, this looked like cheap street tea, but on the inside it's Starbucks. I've never eaten food this delicious in my life. Happily, Cece asked, "How is it? Tell me." "This is the first time I've ever cooked." Wen Ming replied, "It really tastes amazing, but for some reason, after eating it, everything in front of my eyes feels blurry." He thought nervously, why does this food suddenly taste even better? Is the food too hot, or am I feeling overheated? Smiling proudly, Cece said, "Judging by your reaction, it seems I made it a bit too delicious. Anyway, when a genius cooks, it's bound to be good. What can I say? Whatever I touch turns out perfect." Saying this, Cece also started eating. While eating, she frowned. "Why am I feeling so hot?" Wen Ming said anxiously, "Cece, your whole face has turned red. Are you okay?" Cece replied, "I'm completely fine. It's just, I feel a bit strange." Then she moved closer to Wen Ming and said softly, "Why do you look so handsome today? You've never looked this good before." Panicking, Wen Ming said, "Cece, calm down." Inside, he screamed, "Ruoyan, please help me. This foolish girl definitely fed me something strange. I can't control my body at all." Ruoyan replied calmly, "Cece fed you the legendary Riz powder, and this isn't ordinary Riz powder. It's 10 times more powerful than the normal version." Shocked, Wen Ming exclaimed, "What? 10 times more powerful? Then what am I supposed to do? How do I survive this?" Suddenly, Cece pushed Wen Ming, knocking him down. Cece said seriously, "Wen Ming, I've treated you very badly. You're actually a very good person, but I always misunderstood you. Can you forgive me for all of that?" Before Wen Ming could respond, everything went dark. Scene shifts to Court Hall. Wu Jia said, "Minister Boca, you must already know about the recent incident. When Yuni betrayed us, surviving that situation was extremely difficult for me. Wen Ming risked his life to save mine. We cannot ignore his contribution. Moreover, after Yunyi's departure, the position of Grand Eunuch is now vacant. I believe we should promote Wen Ming and appoint him as the new Grand Eunuch. I trust that he will manage palace affairs perfectly." Minister Boca was stunned. Promote Wen Ming to Grand Eunuch? Is this that bastard's plan, to stay close to the Empress, gain her trust, and slowly climb to the top? If he becomes Grand Eunuch today, he'll become Prime Minister tomorrow. I can't let this happen. Boca said aloud, "Your Majesty, what Wen Ming did was truly commendable. He certainly deserves a reward." Wu Jia replied, "Very well, I will issue the decree." Boca hurriedly added, "But Your Majesty, please reconsider the incident carefully. According to my sources, Wen Ming has connections with the Heavenly Lotus sect." Shocked, Wu Jia said, "The Heavenly Lotus sect? Are you accusing Wenming of treason? You're saying he's colluding with the Heavenly Lotus sect? Minister Boka, do you realize what you're saying? A man who just saved my life is being accused of treason? Calling the Empress's savior a traitor is a grave crime. If you have no evidence, you'll face serious consequences. Boka replied calmly, I'm not foolish enough to make accusations without proof. This dagger is my evidence. My son was attacked with this dagger, and it bears the mark of the Heavenly Lotus sect. My son's guards confirmed that Wenming was the one who used it. Wu Jia scoffed. If your son's guards were present, were they shelling peanuts instead of protecting him? Fine, let's assume you're right. The Heavenly Lotus sect is indeed considered a traitorous sect. Now that you've accused Wenming, tell me, what should we do? Boka said confidently, what else? Confront Wenming immediately. If we question him suddenly, he'll panic and reveal the truth himself. Wu Jia replied coldly, very well. I'll confront Wenming as you suggest. But remember, if your accusation is wrong, you'll face the consequences. No one will be able to save you. Boka bowed, thank you for giving me this chance, Your Majesty. Inside, he thought, I have witnesses and evidence. The moment Wenming stands before me, he'll spill everything. Messing with my son was the biggest mistake of your life. Scene shifts to Wenming's room. Wenming woke up groaning. My head is spinning. I never should have trusted Cece. Eating her food was a huge mistake. But, what happened after that? Wait, did I do something with Cece? I need to get out of here before she wakes up. Otherwise, she'll find out the truth about me. Just as he was about to leave, someone knocked on the door. Wu Jia's voice came from outside. Wenming, are you inside? Outside, Minister Boka said confidently, Your Majesty, I'm absolutely certain that Wenming is connected to the Heavenly Lotus sect. Wu Jia replied coldly, you'd better hope you're right. Otherwise, things won't end well for you. She knocked again. Wenming, are you inside? Answer me. Panicking, Wenming thought, if Wu Jia finds out what I did with her friend, she'll literally turn me into a eunuch. What do I do now? Ruoyan said calmly, it's fine. I can treat you like a sister. Wenming snapped, Ruoyan, this is not the time for jokes. Do you have any plan to save me or not? If I get caught, you're going down with me. Ruoyan replied lazily, idiot. I wouldn't care, even if you died. Honestly, I'd prefer it if you really became a eunuch. That way, all future problems would disappear forever. Wenming said angrily, why are you mad at me? Do you seriously have no ideas at all? Just then, Cece woke up. She said in shock, Wenming, why aren't you wearing anything? Then she looked at herself and screamed, why am I not wearing anything either? You pervert, what did you do here? Wenming whispered urgently, quiet. Wu Jia is standing outside. If she sees us like this, we're both dead. And on top of that, this isn't my fault at all. This is entirely your fault. Cece punched Wenming and shouted, you're not getting away with this. As Wenming saw the punch coming, he thought, was her punch always this slow? She's moving way too slowly. Or maybe, my reflexes have become much faster than before. Grabbing Cece's wrist, Wenming said seriously, I don't have time to explain right now. Just understand this, everything that happened here was because of your food. But Wu Jia won't understand that. If you attack me here, I'll clearly tell Wu Jia that everything happened because of you. And once the food is tested, the truth will come out anyway. If I get dragged into this mess, I'm taking you down with me. Pulling her hand away, Cece said reluctantly, fine. Do whatever you want, but no one must find out about this. Wenming thought to himself, no one can find out. Otherwise, my fake identity will be completely exposed. Outside, Wu Jia called out, Wenming, you're inside, right? I can hear your voice. Why aren't you answering? Wenming thought urgently, I need a plan to handle Wu Jia. Cece asked nervously, so what are you going to do? Wenming replied confidently, I'll do what I'm best at. Then he shouted toward the door, Wu Jia, why are you here? I heard your voice, and it woke me up. Wu Jia replied, I needed to talk to you about something very important. Wenming said, oh, is that so? Give me 2 seconds. I'll put some clothes on. As he walked away, Wenming whispered to Cece, I'll distract her. You get out of here quickly, Cece asked anxiously, but what if Wu Jia comes inside? Wenming paused, I didn't think about that. Just try to hide for now. I'll handle it. Opening the door, Wenming said, so, Wu Jia, what brings you here? Then he froze. Minister Boka was standing beside her. Wenming thought, why the hell is that old bastard here? If he's here, this can't be good news. Wu Jia asked gently, Wenming, how are you feeling? Has the poison's effect faded? Wenming replied, yes, I'm much better than before, but my body is still very weak. I get tired extremely quickly. Wu Jia said with concern, then standing like this isn't good for you. let's go inside and talk. If you keep standing, you'll exhaust yourself. Wen Ming quickly said, no, the room is very messy. It's better if we talk outside. Minister Boca sneered, the fear on your face shows, you're hiding something inside. I've always known, your intentions are not right. And today, that's been confirmed. Wen Ming thought bitterly, I knew this bastard was plotting something. If Wu Jia came here with him, then he's definitely the one who brought her. If Wu Jia had come on her own, she'd never bring this man with her. Wen Ming said calmly, Minister Boca, I haven't done anything wrong. So why are you talking to me, as if I've committed a serious crime? Boca replied coldly, a guilty man is always afraid. Do you think you won't be caught, just because you're clever? You forgot one thing, and that mistake is now exposing you. This dagger, you remember it, don't you? Don't tell me you've forgotten this too. Wen Ming thought in shock, that's Ruoyan's dagger. What is it doing in this old man's hands? Wen Ming said calmly, I've never seen this object before. I don't know what you're talking about, Minister Boca. This dagger looks very old-fashioned. Something only people like you would own. Not someone like me. I have no interest in collecting antiques. Boca smiled coldly. I knew you'd deny it. That's why I came prepared. I've already sent my men to investigate. When they return, we'll have both evidence and proof. Let's see how you deny it then. Wen Ming panicked internally. That means Ruoyan is in danger. Just then, there was a knock on Ruoyan's door. Ruoyan muttered, they arrived pretty fast. Boca's men shouted, everyone clear the way. Anyone who blocks us today won't survive. They kicked the door open. Boca's men yelled, don't even think about escaping. You made a huge mistake coming to our country. Ruoyan smirked, you came quickly, and you'll die just as quickly. They attacked her, blocking the strikes. Ruoyan delivered a powerful kick, sending 2 men flying. But more attackers kept arriving. Ruoyan thought, there are too many of them. I need to injure them quickly and escape. If I stay here, getting out will become impossible. She fought her way through, and started running. This place isn't safe anymore. I need to get out now. As she ran, a dagger struck her shoulder. At the same time, Wen Ming felt a sharp pain. He shouted mentally, Ruoyan, are you okay? I felt pain just now. Are you hurt? Ruoyan replied calmly, it's just a small scratch. Don't worry, I'm fine. You take care of yourself. The success of the mission depends on you now. Behind her, the men shouted, catch her. If we capture her, we'll get a huge reward today. Back with Wu Jia, she noticed Wen Ming's pale face. Why do you look so pale? Are you feeling unwell? Wen Ming replied weakly, I'm very tired. Maybe the poison hasn't fully left my body yet. It'll take some time to recover. Boca sneered, or maybe you're scared, because you've hidden something in your room. You're making excuses so we don't go inside. You're afraid your true nature will be exposed. That's why your face has turned pale. Wen Ming thought coldly, this old fox is extremely cunning. No wonder his son learned to provoke others. But today, I'll cure him of that habit. Cece is a powerful martial artist. She's definitely already escaped. This old man thinks he'll find something amazing inside the room. But he has no idea that no matter how hard he searches, he won't find anything. I'll let him check, and then I'll see how humiliated he becomes. Wen Ming says calmly, Lord Boca, it seems you're confident that I'm doing something wrong. If you're so suspicious of my room, then go ahead and check it yourself. I stopped Wu Jia from entering because the room is messy. She isn't used to dirty things. But you people are used to filth and disgusting things, aren't you? So go ahead, check it. Boca replies coldly, I will definitely check. If I don't, how will your true nature be exposed? Even if everyone here trusts you, Wen Ming, I know that the son of a traitor will always be a traitor. Today, I'll expose you and show everyone how capable I am as a minister. Your Majesty, may I inspect this room? Wu Jia responds, fine. I grant you permission to check. Wen Ming adds sarcastically, be careful, Lord Boca. My room is very dirty. Don't slip and fall. And don't blame me later for not warning you. Boca sneers, people who live among the clouds are never afraid of falling to the ground. Although I stand on the ground, my mind is in the sky. No one can make me fall. Just then, Wen Ming deliberately drops food on the floor. As soon as Boca steps on it, it bounces up and smears across his face. Boca shouts, what is this filthy thing? What just hit my face? Wen Ming feigns concern, how did something from the sky fall to the ground? Lord Boca, are you alright? At your age, a fall can damage your back. I warned you earlier, this room is full of trash. But you didn't listen. My maid brought food earlier, and accidentally dropped it. I forgot to clean it. I didn't know it would knock down such a lofty man. Boca stares at the food, shocked. Is this food? At the same time, he feels something strange about it. Wu Jia watches in confusion. What's wrong with him? Why is he muttering like this? Wen Ming thinks to himself, so the medicine really worked, even on him. Under the medicine's influence, Boca starts hallucinating. He sees a woman standing where a tree is, beckoning to him. Chasing the tree, Boca shouts, "Beauty, stay right there. I'm coming for you." Wen Ming watches in disbelief. How can someone behave this stupidly? Father and son, both are shameless lechers. Boca begins licking the tree. "You're so beautiful. I knew there were beauties like you in the capital." The onlookers whisper, "What's wrong with Lord Boca? Has he lost his mind? Why is he licking a tree?" Such behavior in front of the Empress is extremely rude. Wen Ming adds loudly, "The Empress is standing right here." He's shown absolutely no respect. How dare he behave like this before Her Majesty? Angrily, Wu Jia declares, "Behaving so disgracefully in broad daylight does not suit a minister. It seems there are corrupt ministers in my court. Guards, what are you staring at? Take him away. Call the royal physicians and examine his mind. What nonsense is he doing in public?" Boca struggles, shouting, "No, no one can separate me from this beauty. My work hasn't even started yet. Please, let me begin." Wen Ming says calmly, "Wu Jia, calm down. This father and son are clearly insane. There's no point wasting time on them. It seems this minister has overworked himself and lost his senses. Anyway, let's move on. I swear I have nothing to do with Heavenly Lotus sect. This dagger is not mine, and I don't recognize it. I will never betray you." Wu Jia replies, "I already knew that, but because of that shameless minister, I had to come here. Don't worry, after today, you won't be troubled over this matter again." She continues warmly, "Wen Ming, there's something I want to say. You stopped the northern barbarians. That was a great achievement. You truly deserve a reward." Wen Ming bows slightly, "Everything I do for you is my duty. Even if I had to give my life protecting you, I would do so gladly." Privately, Wen Ming thinks, "So I'm getting a reward. Let's see what kind of reward Wu Jia gives me." Wu Jia announces, "From today onward, I appoint you as Grand Steward. All internal palace affairs will be under your control. Except for high-ranking ministers, everyone must obey your commands." Hearing this, Wen Ming was visibly shaken. Wu Jia asks, "What's wrong? Why do you look worried? Don't you want this position?" Wen Ming quickly replies, No, I accept this imperial decree. Thank you very much for granting me this post." Scene shifted. Prince Wu speaks angrily, "All that planning and scheming was useless. Wu Jia survived in the end. What did we even gain from all this?" Huang Tianli responds calmly, "My lord, please don't be angry. It's true our main objective failed, but that doesn't mean we gained nothing. We discovered someone very interesting. One man alone could greatly help us in the future." Prince Wu asks sharply, "Huang Tianli, who are you talking about?" Tianli replies, "Your Highness, I'll hide nothing. The reason our entire plan failed was because of one man. His name is Wen Ming. If Wen Ming hadn't interfered, our plan would never have failed. Yuni would have gone all out and killed Wu Jia. But that bastard Wen Ming appeared and saved her." Prince Wu freezes. "Wen Ming, I remember him. He's the son of the Northern Marquis, isn't he?" Tianli nods. "Yes, you're correct. When Yuni attacked, I was there. I saw Wen Ming's strength with my own eyes. In terms of power, he was no weaker than Yuni." Prince Wu snaps, "Do you even understand what you're saying? You're talking as if I don't know Wen Ming. He's never trained in martial arts. How could someone with no martial training rival such power?" Tianli responds, "That's what I heard as well. At the time, even Wu Jia said she knew nothing about Wen Ming's strength. That's what made him suspicious. Why would Wen Ming risk his life to save the princess? His father already committed treason and fled with the entire family. So why leave one son behind to die? Wen Ming staying here doesn't make sense. But one thing is clear now. The Northern Marquis did not betray the Empire. If he had, his son wouldn't risk his life to protect the Empress. And if the Northern Marquis had sided with the rebels, why hasn't he acted yet? Everyone knows how powerful he is. He alone accounts for half of our military strength. If he attacked the country, survival would be impossible." Prince Wu says sternly, "Huang Tianli, come to the point. What are you trying to say? Why are you beating around the bush? Speak clearly. What exactly do you mean?" Huang Tianli replies calmly, "What if I say that everything from the very beginning was a lie? A complete fabrication, created to fool certain people?" Prince Wu was shocked. "A lie? Made to deceive us? If the Northern Marquis didn't betray us, then this is a very serious problem." Tianli continues, "I firmly believe the Northern Marquis did not betray the Empire. If he had, his son's actions would have been against the Empire, not in its favor. Think about it carefully. Why was the traitor's son spared? Wen Ming didn't receive any major punishment. On the contrary, he was promoted. And according to our sources, the Empress openly supports him." Prince Wu clenches his fist. I understand now. Wu Jia knew everything about us from the start. She already suspected our betrayal. That's why she kept her trump card, Wen Ming, hidden until the right moment. Spreading the rumor that Wen Ming was useless was her doing. So when we finally attacked, Wen Ming could step in at the critical moment. And at that time, we would have no countermeasure. Just thinking about it makes me furious. Everything we did, she already knew. Huang Tianli responds calmly, Your Highness, please don't panic. In this chess game, Wu Jia was indeed several steps ahead of us. But as the saying goes, until the final piece falls, the game isn't over. Uni is dead. If he were still alive, he could have exposed everything he knew about us. But now that he's dead, he can never reveal our secrets. To the public, the story will be simple. Uni betrayed the empire and attempted to assassinate the empress. Our names will never be mentioned. Prince Wu sighs. But what do we do now? We have no way left to attack. In front of Wu Jia, it's as if we've already dropped our weapons. Tianli shakes his head. I admit we lost some pieces, but we've identified Wu Jia's greatest game changer, the one person without whom our plan would have already succeeded. And now, we will use that game changer. If we try to kill Wu Jia, Wen Ming will save her. But if we start with Wen Ming instead, who will save him? Wu Jia trusts Wen Ming completely. If Wen Ming joins our side, nothing would benefit us more. If he refuses, then his death is guaranteed. And if he joins us, Wu Jia will not survive. The sword she sharpened for 18 years will be turned against her. Prince Wu laughs darkly. Brilliant, Huang Tianli, this way we will kill two birds with one stone. All we have to do now is wait for the right moment. A few days later, a subordinate asks nervously, Eunuch 1, what should I do now? Wen Ming frowns. What did you just call me? How many times must I tell you? My name is not Eunuch 1. Call me Lord 1. I can tolerate mistakes in casual conversation. But during work, use my official title. Be professional. The man stammers. But isn't your official title? Wen Ming snaps. What did you say? My ears must be malfunctioning. I didn't hear you clearly. The man bows quickly. I'm sorry. From now on, I'll call you official Lord 1. Wen Ming corrects him. Not official, just Lord 1. The man nods hurriedly. Yes, Lord 1. Wen Ming thinks to himself, ever since my promotion, my workload has exploded. From morning to night, I'm giving orders non-stop. I don't get a single moment of rest. Honestly, my old job was better, but at least now I can move freely inside the palace. Before, there were restrictions. Now, I can go anywhere. To be honest, finding the dragon vein has become much easier. But, it's been days and I haven't heard from Ruoyan. Why did she suddenly stop contacting me? Just then, Ruoyan's voice appears. What's wrong, Wen Ming? Are you missing me? Wait, since you're Lord 1 now, should I call you Lord 1 too? Wen Ming was shocked. Ruoyan, are you alright? Where have you been? Why didn't you respond for so long? Ruoyan replies calmly. I suffered some injuries, but nothing fatal. If something had happened to me, do you think you'd still be alive? I was captured. You got promoted. Our fates really do work in strange ways. Wen Ming sighs. Are you teasing me? Honestly, there's nothing great about this promotion. The only good thing is my freedom inside the palace. I'm confident I'll find the dragon vein soon. Ruoyan warns him. Do whatever you want, but don't get caught. I already have been. Now, you're the only one left. A voice interrupts. Eunuch 1, where are you heading? Annoyed, Wen Ming replies. How many times do I have to say it? Not Eunuch 1, Lord 1. Wen Ming notices Cece standing there. As she's about to speak, memories flood her mind. Wen Ming asks politely, Miss Cece, do you need something? Your face looks red. Are you feeling alright? Cece scoffs. I'm a genius. Not just any genius, the top genius of this world. How could anything be wrong with me? Wen Ming smiles awkwardly. I felt like you were remembering the past, Cece snaps. That was a one-time mistake. Don't bring it up again. The Empress has summoned you. Come with me, now. Wen Ming thinks, this girl is really strange. She's acting like we're meeting for the first time again. But if Wu Jia summoned me, it must be important. Wen Ming arrives before Wu Jia. After checking her condition, he says gently, you're stable for now. But don't push yourself. Otherwise, your body won't recover properly. Wu Jia replies, I'm fine. I called you because a spy just delivered a report. It's about the Northern Marquis. Wen Ming freezes internally. Finally, a report about father. Wu Jia hands him the document. Read it yourself. The report states, after thorough investigation, it has been confirmed that the Northern Marquis did not commit treason. The reason for the incorrect earlier report is still under investigation. Direct contact with the Northern Marquis has not yet been established. However, it has been confirmed that he did not ally with the barbarians. Wen Ming says emotionally, "Dad, because of a misunderstanding, your son almost died. It was sheer luck that I survived. Otherwise, your son would have already been dead. I always knew it. A man who spent his entire life with honor and loyalty, how could he betray anyone in the end? How could he betray his own country? Despite serving the nation with absolute loyalty, he was still accused of treason. I'm not just angry anymore, I feel deeply hurt for my father. Because of all this, I was even branded a traitor. One misunderstanding completely destroyed the Wen family. Wu Jia, tell me, why did something so cruel happen to us? What was our mistake? Was our only fault that the Wen family served you with loyalty? We gave everything to this nation, and in return, this nation repaid us like this." Wu Jia looks at him and asks, "So, you're truly angry now?" Wen Ming thinks to himself, "Looks like I overdid the acting." He replies calmly, "Yes, Wu Jia. This isn't something I could ever fake." Wu Jia nods and says, "Wen Ming, I actually called you here to discuss another important matter." Wen Ming was startled. "Something even more important than this? Tell me, Wu Jia, what is it?" Wu Jia explains, "The barbarians are still causing trouble at the border. You've seen it yourself, they even sent assassins to attack us. One thing is clear now, as long as they aren't properly punished, they'll keep creating problems. To put them in their place, we must strengthen our military power. And I know only one person capable of doing that, you. I remember clearly, you used an explosive device to kill Yanni." Wen Ming asks cautiously, "Are you talking about gunpowder?" Wu Jia nods, "Yes, exactly that. What if we turn gunpowder into military weapons? In my opinion, a single person armed with gunpowder could wipe out thousands of soldiers. This would greatly reduce the burden on our army. That's why, Wen Ming, I'm assigning you an extremely important task. Work together with the Tang family, and begin researching gunpowder. I want you to create powerful weapons using it. Weapons that completely change how humanity fights wars." Wen Ming was shocked. "You want me to create weapons?" Internally, he thinks, working with gunpowder is no joke. One mistake, and you don't even know how many pieces you'll explode into. If I do this, I must be extremely careful. He replies honestly, "Wu Jia, to be truthful, I know nothing about weapon making. I only made gunpowder by accident." Wu Jia smiles faintly. "Oh, is that so? You defeated Yanni, a 9th-rank martial artist, all by yourself. If you can defeat someone that powerful, then creating weapons is a trivial matter. I trust you, and I know you won't betray my trust." Wen Ming bows slightly, "Very well. I'll take care of it." Wu Jia stands up, "Good. Then I'll leave you to it." After she leaves, Wen Ming sighs to himself, "So now I have to make weapons, but what choice do I have? I can't refuse her, she trusts me too much." Then he realizes, "Wait, where exactly is the Tang family? I forgot to ask for directions." Suddenly, Ruoyan speaks urgently, "The Tang family? Wen Ming, did you just say the Tang family?" Wen Ming turns sharply, "Why did you suddenly react like that? You scared me. When I was talking to Wu Jia, didn't you hear? She wants me to work with the Tang family, and create weapons using gunpowder." Ruoyan hesitates, then says, "To be honest, I'm hiding in the Tang family right now." Wen Ming was stunned. "What? What are you doing there? Do they know who you are?" Ruoyan sighs, "It's a long story. You already know I was injured. Boka's men were searching the entire city for me. I had nowhere else to hide. That's when I met Tang family's eldest daughter Wang Wang, an old and trusted friend. I was in terrible condition back then. I didn't know where else to go, so I came with Miss Wang Wang to hide at her home." Wen Ming understands, "That's why you panicked when I mentioned the Tang family. Because you're hiding there right now." Ruoyan warns him seriously, "Wen Ming, please be careful. Boka is a filthy, vicious man. He strongly suspects you. He won't let you go easily." Wen Ming nods, "All right, I'll head to the Tang family now. I'll reach you within 5 minutes. Wen Ming arrives at the Tang family estate. He thinks, Ruoyan said Tang Wang Wang is her close friend. Does that mean the Tang family is connected to the Heavenly Lotus sect? Or at least Wang Wang herself is involved? But I don't have time to think about that. I need to focus on my mission." He knocks on the gate. Is anyone there? Behind him, a figure watches quietly from the shadows. Scene shifts to Boka's residence. Enraged Boka shouts, "You're all useless. I don't understand why I even pay you. You couldn't accomplish a single task. I sent so many people just to capture one woman, and she still escaped. You failed completely and now sit here in front of me." A subordinate bows, "My lord, please calm down. Yes, she escaped for now, but that doesn't mean she won't be caught. It's confirmed she hasn't left the capital. All our men are on high alert. She had hidden weapons and attacked us suddenly. That gave us no time to react. If she hadn't escaped at that moment, she would have been captured. Even so, we injured her badly. The problem is, she's extremely fast. Once she entered the market, she vanished like she knew the city better than us. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.